What about my shit?
TJ, what you could
saying.
Hey guys, if you enjoy the Drunken Peasants podcast, be sure to go to audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants to get your free audio book. They have books like The God Delusion or Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. Also, 50,000 other titles to choose. Be sure to check that out. It supports the show and you get a free audio process. So what the fuck do you have to lose? Hey guys, if you enjoy the Drunken Peasants podcast, be sure to go to audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants to get your free audio book. They have books like The God Delusion or Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. Also, 150,000 other titles to choose from. So be sure to check that out. It supports the show and you get a free audio book in the process. So what the fuck do you have to lose? Tacos. The Drunken Peasants podcast is satirical in nature, and while we do occasionally delve into serious issues and discussions, our primary purpose is to entertain and amuse. In other words, don't take this shit too seriously.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist?
It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be liked.
You're garbage, TJ.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
Welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast, where we DP the fuck out of the news. I am Ben, and I am here with two random people that walked in off the street.
Fucking spoons.
Spoon, man, fucking God. You fucking fucking. I ain't got no guy with
I want a
you.
spork. Hey, TJ, do you have a spork?
You can take your spork and shove up your fucking ass, you piece of shit.
Okay, I'll do
I
that.
can't believe you would even ask
I
me
need a
such a
spork.
personal question. I can't believe that.
I need a spork.
I'm not here for the interrogation, all right? I'm in fucking Inquisition Spanish right now.
Okay, that's all.
I can't even believe you would ask me
That's
that.
good, but
You're sick.
can I have a spork?
You're
though?
fucking sick in the head.
Okay, but can I have a spork?
You're sick, buddy.
But can I have a spork?
You're
Spork?
sick.
I guess the answer is no. I cannot have a spork. So TJ's basically a bad person.
I don't have a spork to give to you. What can I say?
Well, I wasn't asking you, but I was asking TJ.
Oh, okay.
I asked TJ if he had a spork.
TJ,
and he
why
wouldn't
don't you have a
acknowledge
fucking
it.
spork?
He wouldn't even fucking acknowledge it.
I'm not talking to you.
I think it's because he's racist.
I'm not talking to you, Scotty.
But weren't you just talking to me?
I'm not talking. Ben, tell Scotty I'm not talking to him.
Scotty,
Yeah.
TJ's not talking to you.
Ben, slap TJ.
I'm looking out the window.
Ben's like, shit, he's a lot bigger than me.
Yeah.
I'm looking out the window, man. See what's
Okay.
going on out there.
It's dark.
Yeah,
The
it's dark.
darkness
dark.
has enfolded
It's
the
dark,
earth.
and it's
Yeah.
Ben's backyard, so yeah. Okay.
There's a tree.
Yeah, there is a tree out there,
I
yeah.
think there's a girl tied to it. Oh shit.
What the fuck?
girl tried to the railroad tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Train's coming. What do
That
you do?
explains-
What do you do,
That
TJ?
explains Ben's twirly mustache, twirly villain mustache that he has.
I try to keep that tucked up in here so nobody can see it.
Yeah. Ben trying to contain his villainy. It's disgusting.
Yeah. That would be my villain laugh. Yeah.
Sound like Wario, buddy.
Ben, you need like a monocle and a top hat then.
I could do the Krusty the Clown laugh.
Do it. It's pretty close.
That's pretty. That's pretty close.
It's not quite dead on. I don't know. I guess I'll have to practice that one.
I could do it.
It was pretty close. That wasn't like you were totally off or anything.
I can kind of do the first season Homer voice.
Do it.
Do it.
Let me see. I could do it. I did it in the car with Scotty the other day.
Yeah, it's like boy.
Boy? Yeah.
No, it's more like, Let's get some frosty milkshakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is it.
You know what?
Mr. Burns. Yeah.
YouTube made a change recently.
What is going on
that
here?
that is garbage.
There's something happening on my little
Something wrong
corner of
with
the
you? There's
screen
something wrong
there.
with you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The stamp that used to be in the upper
Oh,
right
the
hand
card.
corner.
You're talking about cards now.
Yeah, and it pretty much covers TJ.
It's on me. It's all up in my shit.
That's
I don't like it.
awesome, dude.
We have to change everything now.
That's awesome.
I know, what the fuck?
Censor TJ.
Boo, YouTube.
Yeah,
Boo.
boo. God,
being
Good job,
censored.
YouTube. YouTube
I'm
strikes
being
again.
fucking censored.
Could you
This is
Strike of
imagine-
brilliance.
Could you imagine being at that meeting like, how can we censor the amazing atheist?
Oh, yeah.
He's been talking on YouTube a lot lately, and we want to shut him up.
Let's put a little fucking icon above his face.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
That means it's going to be there in all the past episodes on the channel, too.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, we can take it away altogether if we want.
That sucks, though.
But then we pretty much have no annotations because they're going to switch that. I heard that YouTube was going to get rid of annotations and replace them with cards.
Yeah, yay, YouTube with your...
Thanks, YouTube.
Boo, YouTube. Boo.
We love your changes,
YouTube.
buddies. You guys are great.
I would say the best change they ever made was allowing unlimited text, unlimited characters in the comment section. But I guess that also has its disadvantages too, because then dipshits can write as much as they want.
Pro has its cons.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they can. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true, Ben.
And spamming did increase
Right.
exponentially after that happened.
That's what I
too.
mean.
It was like almost overnight. It was like, oh, YouTube is, there's obviously assholes, but it's not so bad. Then overnight, I was like, oh shit.
What about the spamming campaign to get rid of Google Plus? That shit was ridiculous. What was it, Bob?
Yeah, Bob.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Bob.
remember Bob.
TJ even made a video about it. It got a ton of views too.
Bob sucked.
Yeah, Bob was horrible.
Every now and then I'll still see Bob.
To save YouTube, we'll make the experience even worse with our ignorance and stupidity. It's like,
Oh, you know what? The Vigilant Christian Mario was talking about us in the comments to a video. I don't know if this is one of his videos or what, but this is someone left a comment and he replied. Anybody want to read that
sure.
in his voice?
Hey, Mario. Why are you so afraid of going on to the Drunken Peasants? Afraid they're going to embarrass you, I suppose? My goodness, no. Haha. The reality is I will go on if they allow me, because in reality, my friend, it would be quite the opposite. They so horribly misunderstand and twist my message. In person, live with them, they would get embarrassed. I have a bigger and more important things to do, but one day I will go on and talk with them. I ain't a dummy, bro. A dumbie. Yeah.
I ain't no dumbie.
I ain't no dumbie, brah.
We never even what? No one even said you were. We were just saying we wanted he was just pointing out that
I think I have, probably.
I mean, I don't know if he's dumb or not. I mean, he's obviously crazy, but the whole thing is that like the comment below it, he canceled multiple times. Ben was like, "Okay, when do you want to be on?"
I even played the audio message that he left me on the air the one time. So that just proves that we did talk to him and try to get him on, and he was elusive.
He just doesn't have time right now, Ben. He's got a lot of important godly shit to do.
Oh.
He'll get around to destroying us
Someday.
at his leisure.
I think he's just trying to cover up the fact that he's actually Illuminati.
Illuminati. He's Illuminati, and he needs a spanking.
Someone made another video exposing the Vigilant Christian for being Illuminati.
Good. Let's see it.
Crazy.
And it's made by the Creationist Cat.
Good.
And I put his link in the description because
Yeah,
we're playing his video.
Creationist fucking cat.
Creationist Cat, motherfucker.
Play this shit, motherfuckers.
Creationist cat, the Lord's chosen cat.
Yeah, I feel it.
Hey everyone, it's the Lord's Chosen Cat CC here for another edition of Satanic Illuminati Internet Sodomite Secrets Exposed. People, there are dark spiritual internet forces that are teaming up with Luciferian secret societies to establish supremacy through mind control. And the perfect example is a YouTuber by the name of the Vigilant Christian Mario.
Oh, God.
Now, Vigilant Christian
Illuminati.
Mario is a very clever and devious YouTuber because although he claims in videos like these to expose the demonic agenda of the entertainment industry matrix, that's really just an excuse for Mario to cram his videos with demonic subliminal messages.
Aha!
Ah,
Dun,
Coincidence?
dun, dun.
the smoking gun.
Yep. Oh, no, that's because he's a French person or something.
He's
Is that what he
French.
said?
A likely story.
Is that what he said?
He's French, man. He uses a lot of hand signals.
Yeah.
You know.
By utilizing super secret Freemason symbology. And this stuff is mind
I
controlling
see it.
you guys. In fact, it's mind controlling you so much, you've probably never even realized that Mario has the same exact haircut as John Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg. See, this is what the elites do, sodomites. They force their evil prophets to get the haircuts of fiendish villains from overrated 90s sci-fi movies. And all he needs is a stupid plastic thing and the transformation is complete.
I always wondered about the plastic thing that he has on his head.
Part
in
of the
that movie.
Illuminati, dude.
You know, it's too difficult to explain. I understand it, but I don't have time to explain it to you.
And the masses, being conditioned as they are, do not pick this up. And here we are at Mario's YouTube banner. We see that it utilizes the occult color combination of red and black, which
Case
is
closed.
extremely common
Case
in both
closed.
communist
Case closed, man.
And what did communism do, TJ? Trying to do away with religion.
That's true. Communism.
Why is Mario so disingenuous? Why doesn't he admit he's part of the Illuminati? A satanic Illuminati?
You know, if he wants to be part of the satanic Illuminati agenda, he just needs to come clean and be that. Quit trying to present yourself as a good, clean Christian who loves America.
and Nazi propaganda. But what's even more insane is that according to MasonicDictionary.com, the colors that are symbolically significant of Masonry are purple, red, white, black, green, yellow, violet, and blue.
Also known as every color.
Almost every color. Jesus.
Shit. This is some fucking Freemason shit, too. Damn, the Illuminati and the Freemasons?
I mean, black and white? Come on. It's like, what?
That's pretty much every primary color, I think. I don't know.
Black and white are technically not colors, but it's like, yeah, it's most of the primary colors and black and white. So, like, what?
So every color.
Yeah.
Every color.
Hey, do you guys know what the color of royalty is? It's purple.
Ah.
You know, kind of interesting there, huh? It's like, you know, and purple, as you guys clearly say, is the first one that's mentioned. So it just shows you how much the Illuminati had power even back in the day.
Yeah. The Illuminati are pretty scary. They're everywhere.
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 As well as the Freemasons and Terrors.
1 in every 2 people is an Illuminati.
So basically, by using colors at all, we have clear proof that Mario exalts the cult of Freemasonry. Next, we have a blatantly blasphemous piece of promotional art from Mario. It's clearly a black Illuminati sword crucifix cock. And it's sort of flaccid here at the tip, and it's clearly penetrating the vaginal canal of the Bible here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
This cat is, you know.
The cat knows where it's at.
Yeah.
The cat knows where it's at, Ben. This cat is something, man.
Yeah. Link in the description to this cat.
This fucking
If
cat,
you want to
man.
watch videos made by
This
a
fucking cat, man. I feel his shit, dog.
I think the Bible likes it. I'd say that's rape because I don't see how that could possibly be consensual. And here's Mario's Instagram account. It is chock full of brainwashing pagan demon symbology straight from the NWO Matrix. Here is Mario beckoning you to click the all-seeing golden YouTube video player eye and rate, comment, and subscribe your soul to Satan. And next, do you think that that's just a beautiful ice cross you're looking at? Wrong! He's tricking you into looking at these evil things right here.
Oh, shit.
This is mind controlling you guys.
That's
Fuck.
exactly what he does.
Man. I knew the Vigilant Christian Mario was up to some evil shit, but frankly, until now, I never really understood how evil it was.
It's pretty out there.
You know, this is some fucking Lord Voldemort style shit, dog. We got to get the chosen
Fancy
one up in here.
Glass of healthy veggie juice? Well, would you like it with a side of the mark of the beast?
Oh shit!
Dude, this is all. I'm glad I'm sitting down because this is coming as a total shock.
Yeah. What the fuck?
We didn't know how deep the rabbit hole went, guys.
I mean, I
We
always
just
thought.
didn't know.
I thought Mario was kind of just like an occasional Satanist. You know what I mean?
You know, yeah, like a casual Satanist, but this makes it clear that, you know, he's all about Satan 24/7.
Yeah.
That's right, sodomites. Not only does Mario have a tattoo that's sorta kinda on his right hand, the exact spot that's noted in Revelations is the place in which he who shall bring about the end times will bear this wicked mark. But this freaking thing says yoga. And according to Mario's own videos, yoga is satanic witchcraft.
True.
So he has
All true.
a yoga tattoo
I guess he does.
and he thinks it's evil. How can he even deal with that, like staring at him every day, like on his own skin?
It's a reminder of the
Fucking-
mistakes he made.
Not to mention, doesn't the Bible forbid tattoos?
Yes.
Yeah, in the Old Testament,
Yeah.
there's like tattoo shit going on.
Yeah. So
Mark not your skin with blibbity blue and
for a person that claims the Bible
God.
is the book we need to follow for every decision in our life, that kind of seems like Mario
I'm God.
Oh,
cast
well.
that aside. You know, I will,
Well, of course, he's selective with what he chooses.
of course.
No tattoos, guys.
I mean, he's stunningly full of shit, in my opinion. So
And a satanic spiritual
No
practice.
cursing either there,
So
Scotty.
there you go. In his own words, Vigilant Christian Mario is a practitioner of satanic
Oh my God.
witchcraft.
Stop it.
And a confirmed Illuminati NWO spokesperson for the Dark Lord Satan himself.
Amen.
Now, finally, we spoke earlier of demonic subliminal messages that Mario has been smuggling into his videos in order to brainwash you into...
I see.
L for
true.
Lucifer.
Yeah.
pledging allegiance to Satan. Well, I'm just going to decode a few more for you right now. Here he is pointing in the direction of hell, smiling as though to say, the lake of fire is so refreshing this time of year. Why don't you take a dip? And here he is clearly enticing you to smoke a big fat doobie. That's not very...
That's like something our fans would do.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I wish
I love that.
I wish this could go on forever.
Really? Really? Do you like it?
I just want to see. I want to see every possible interpretation of his every hand gesture. Just like the same way he goes over people's, not even people's videos, but like episodes of Family Guy. Like, look, this is satanic and this is satanic.
Yeah. And The Simpsons and
everything else in the universe.
Credit card debt. That's the one that I thought was insane.
It's all satanic.
Pokemon.
I don't know if he did that, but he should.
It probably is satanic.
yeah,
It's
definitely
definitely
satanic.
satanic. Everything's satanic.
Here he's instructing you on how to take a hold of Satan's buttocks before you felch all of the demon semen out of his satanic asshole. And finally, sodomites, this is so freaking blatant. In his recent video, Is the Vigilant Christian a Homophobe? You can see Mario say this.
I have a gay uncle in my family, and I love him to death. And he loves me. Do we agree?
Do you see that, sodomites? As he starts talking about his love for his uncle, he's filled with such overwhelming incestual gay lust that he can't help but jerk off this huge imaginary cock.
I noticed.
I did too. I was gonna see if he was gonna make that point, and he did.
It was beautiful.
Look at that. Those are definitely super secret Illuminati gay hand job signals right there.
Kevin,
And he's going to imaginarily ejaculate Freemasonic New World Order Matrix semen any second now. So there you go, sodomites. The Vigilant Christian, confirmed NWO agent and puppet of the gay New Age satanic Illuminati agenda. So don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter and with the Facebook thing. Links are below in the Christ box.
Okay, so yeah, if you liked that video, go to his page and like it, because it was pretty good.
Or hate it. Hate it if you hate it. Kill that cat.
Kill the cat?
Kill the cat.
You don't like the cat?
Kill the cat.
You like the cat.
I can't, I can't abide by the way that he just disrespected
TJ hates the
vigilant
cat
Christian like
because the
that.
cat is smarter than him.
Oh, shit.
This cat proves creationism.
He does?
Yes.
Creationist cat.
Did he? Okay.
Makes me angry. And sad.
All right.
Sad.
So, do you want to move on with something else, or you just want to be sad about the cat?
I'm just going to spend the rest of the episode looking at the cat and crying.
Oh, you lost without the cat, TJ. You wish the cat was back here, TJ. Back here for you, man.
Oh, God. The cat's so perfect.
I think that was TJ's cat at one time. That's why it's so hard for him. You miss him, don't you, TJ?
Yeah. Really miss him. Not a troll!
Troll. It's a troll!
Do you think so?
This one's a troll, dude.
Yeah,
Pure blackness like that.
Okay, this is a review on the game Modern Warfare 3, and if you're wondering what I'm thinking about this game, I'm actually pretty pissed off about this game.
So,
I'm playing the game, okay? I'm unlocking titles and emblems. I'm unlocking emblems.
So, how do you feel about it so far?
he just threw his cat.
He threw his cat in anger at this game he doesn't like.
But I didn't hear it land.
Well, the cat, he threw the cat into, like a void in the time and space continuum. The cat's gone.
Maybe he threw the cat, like, onto a bed or something.
Or so far away that...
I don't know why he threw his cat, but it was just weird.
Of pills.
Cat tosser.
I'm unlocking emblems of pot leaves. I'm unlocking emblems of mushrooms. And okay, now we know that they're magic mushrooms. Treyarch, you're not tricking anyone. I mean, what were you thinking when you knew 10-year-olds were going to be playing this game and you decided that it's a good idea to put a title of a skeleton smoking a fatty in the game? You know,
They're awesome is what they were thinking. They're thinking, how can we make this so much fucking more awesome than like whatever lame shit this dude would want. But he's probably a troll.
Do you think so?
I go with not a troll.
I mean,
go with not a troll?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of on the fence. Let's see.
10-year-olds are going to be playing this game? You just don't do that! That's not what you do! You're just trying to sell your product, and I'm freaking sick of it! I'm disgusted that they decided to put pot and pills and mushrooms. You put a little mushroom in the game. Like I said, you're not tricking anybody. Nobody thinks that's just a normal mushroom. Everyone knows what it is. Everybody knows it's a magic mushroom. You know 10-year-olds are going to be playing this game.
I think this dude needs to take some mushrooms and calm down.
Yeah.
Take
he
some
needs to take
psilocybin.
something.
I see the he's got like an American flag thing. In the
I
background
guess
with
he's
like,
probably not a troll.
with like an eagle and shit.
He seems like really upset about this. Like
He's turning red. He's
Yeah.
turning
Well, that's because
red.
he's screaming.
But he seems very like genuinely passionate. So I don't know.
Okay.
And he hasn't said anything so over the top that I don't believe anyone could be that stupid yet.
Let us know in the comments if you think he's a troll or not a troll. Look at him.
What do you think, Ben?
I always think they're trolls because I don't want to believe that people are actually this ridiculous.
So you're going with troll?
I will, yes, I will go with troll.
Okay.
Ben thinks everyone's a troll.
Ben's like
I know.
Ben probably thinks his own parents are trolls.
Yeah, they are. Anyway,
Bringing me into this world, obviously trolls.
troll.
definitely troll.
Troll or not a troll.
And we were arguing about whether G-Man was a troll forever. And I was like, G-Man... Well, yeah, because didn't Ben think G-Man was a troll for a while?
A lot of people think he's a troll, though. Honestly, a lot of people do.
He's not a troll.
Even to this day.
I mean, like,
yeah.
If G-Man's a troll, then he's like so dedicated to the act of trolling that it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, especially considering that he's like run a channel that barely gets any views for years now. He'd have to be a very, very dedicated troll.
Some trolls might be that dedicated.
It's true.
I don't think he's a troll.
It's so funny how you have to share your little box with the logo that's like right next to your head. Do you see it? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh man, YouTube. What the fuck is wrong with you?
So lame.
It looked better in the upper right-hand corner.
Yeah. There's no way to move it back.
No.
Weird.
No, I was looking, and there's no option to move it to the upper right-hand corner.
Damn you, YouTube, you hideous bastard.
Hideous bastards. All right, so... Charlotte man standing naked at front door for 10 years, and police can't do anything about it.
Okay.
Is a headline eliciting a chuckle or two, but the reality is neighbors are frustrated. A man comes to the door of this home completely naked. Neighbors want him arrested, but Charlotte-Mecklenburg police say there isn't anything they can do. Those in the neighborhood reached out to us to try and find out why. WBTV's Astrid Martinez investigated. Astrid, neighbors
really
told you that this has been going on, him coming to the door naked for quite some time?
All right.
They have, Molly, they tell me that this has been going on for over a decade, and he can't be charged because it's not illegal to be naked in your property in North Carolina. But the neighbors are tired of their view, and they
neighbors are tired of this shit.
Residents who live along Osage Circle have never had a neighbor quite like the guy who lives at this house.
What do you
People
mean?
that live up
You
and
said
down
it's
the
gone over for 10 years. They've had a neighbor like that for 10 years then.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's quite a long time.
Why don't these people just like, if it's like he can't be criminally charged, why don't you just sue him to try to stop him from doing it? You know, just be like, okay, this guy is flashing people or something. If they're really that against him, why don't they take a civil suit against him and just try to like...
So basically, like, the idea is he just goes to his door and like stands there naked for like,
I guess
whatever amount of time. Like, yeah, I'm naked.
Yeah.
Look at me, everybody.
I mean, it sounds like he's like a nuisance, but I mean, I don't really see why they're like constantly calling the police. Like, do something about this guy. It's like, as long as he's not like jerking off like around your kids or something, like he's just some weirdo. I mean, there's just weird people in society. There's nothing you can do about that.
Streets say the man opens his door in the nude and even talks on his cell phone, all in clear view of his neighbors. This week, neighbors captured these pictures and video of the man. Neighbors say he does this 3 to 4 times a week for the past 10 years.
You know, it's not good, you know, to have people around here walking around naked like them, a grown man like that.
It's not good to have people, grown man, naked, running around here.
All these kids out here, you know.
We tried talking to the man, but he ran away from the camera, covering his face. Police tell us walking around in the nude in your property is not illegal in North Carolina, but the man's actions are a concern for parents.
I don't let him go outside and play. I have to keep him inside of my house because that's really, you know, inappropriate for young kids to see stuff like that.
City leaders say neighbors do have the option of filing a complaint with the Homeowners Association that prohibits nuisance activity on a property.
Because what's actually happening is this particular neighbor is making it difficult for people, adjoining neighbors, to have the quiet enjoyment of their own homes.
I don't see how he's disrupting the quiet. I mean,
it really seems like
he's standing there naked. I mean, like,
they all seem just like really uptight and they just don't like it. It's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess if they're really that against it, then take some legal action against him. But, and it's just like we have to keep our children away from this guy. It's like, I mean, if it's just like the human body, I don't really understand like why it bothers them so much. It's like he's not jerking off in public, is he? I mean, it's weird.
No, they haven't said that. They said he's just kind of like...
Yeah, I just don't...
He must be like one of those people that likes to lay around their house naked all the time. Like, you know, he probably lives alone and just like walks around his house naked. And he
like I said, it seems like it's probably weird. Most people probably consider it weird, but it's like, I mean,
I wonder who he's talking to on his phone.
yeah, I just don't know.
His mom.
His mom, you think? What do you think, TJ? Do you think you should be allowed to do it?
You know, I wouldn't go so far as to say like I think it should be allowed or something. I mean, obviously it is for now, but I don't really understand any of the complaints that are being made against him so far. Like, I keep my kids inside because if they see that, their little heads will just fucking explode. It's like, I think your kids would probably be all right. I think you're probably making a bigger deal out of it than they would.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this would have happened in Singapore, he would have been arrested, and I think caned for doing something like this.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't be doing it. There's a lot of places if he did it, there would be, even if there wasn't like legal penalties, there'd be like a bunch of people gathering around his house, like willing to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And although what the man is doing is not illegal, police do tell me that they're looking into other options so they could resolve this issue. For now, we're live in Northeast Charlotte. Astrid Martinez,
Other options.
WBTV on your side.
Okay, Astrid, thank you. When and if police find some other additional option, we, of course, will pass it on to you.
Also, why can't these people approach this guy and be like, if they're really that uncomfortable, like, could you please not, do this? I mean, it seems like all that's happened is they just called the police on him, and, like, this guy's a weirdo. It's like, maybe if they tried, like, their first course of action should have been to go to the guy and be like, we don't want our kids seeing your dick, can you put some pants on when you come outside or you go to your front door, or a robe or something, like even boxers, anything. He probably would have at least, like if he was just totally like, fuck you, I can do what I want, I can understand them being like, okay,
It's my body, I do what I want.
I would assume someone has probably talked to him by now. I mean...
Also, we don't know the guy. I mean, the guy could be crazy or something. We don't know. So, I mean, there's too many things that come into play.
You should start doing that, Scotty. Just
Yeah.
go to our front door and just hang out
No
naked
thanks.
around there and see what the neighborhood does.
Just like stand there with a cup of coffee in your hand, sipping your coffee.
And it very well may be illegal in Ohio, so...
Well, only one way to find out, Scotty.
Yeah, I think you get the firing squad for that in Ohio.
Yeah, probably so. Why don't you do it if you're so keen on it, TJ?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Not willing to do it yourself, TJ.
You go ahead, Scotty.
I'm good.
I suggested it for you first. It's only fair.
No. You're garbage.
All good people are appalled by the sufferings of the innocent. When an innocent person is struck by a painful disease, or tortured, or murdered, we naturally feel sadness and helplessness and often rage. Many people have claimed that such suffering is a proof that God does not exist. Their argument goes like this: God is all good and all powerful. Such a God would not permit unnecessary suffering, yet we constantly observe unjust suffering. Therefore, at least one of the premises about God must be false. Either God is not all good, or he is not all powerful, or he just doesn't exist.
Right.
What's wrong with this argument?
Yeah.
First, let's examine what we mean when we say that God would not permit unjust suffering.
Ah. The first thing you have to understand is that all human beings are pieces of shit inherently and
You think
deserve
that's
to
what
suffer.
what he's about to say?
I wouldn't be surprised. That seems to be like a pretty common
Or he'll
thing.
say, basically because God does it, it's just. It's like, if you get a disease, it's just. It's this is basically part of God's plan.
There are two categories of suffering.
Okay.
Suffering caused by human beings, which we call moral evils, and suffering caused by nature, for instance, earthquakes or cancer. Free will explains how God could be good and allow moral evil. Because God has given people free will, they are free to behave against God's will. The fact that they do evil does not prove that God is not good. In addition, if there were no God, there would be no absolute standard of good. Every judgment presupposes a standard. And then that's true of our moral judgments too.
Wait.
What is our standard?
All right, so once again we have this like all morality comes from God
Objective
argument.
morality.
You can only have morality if there's a God. It's like that doesn't even make sense because even with a God, people do not have some objective moral standard. Like not every fucking religious person agrees on what God thinks or wants. So to say that there's somehow an objective morality because there's a God doesn't make any sense. As for these, like, oh, there's actually like two kinds of suffering. There's moral evil, and then there's, you know, acts of nature or whatever. You say, oh, well, acts of, you know, suffering caused by human beings, that's, you know, that's just because of free will.
So he's saying basically when there's an earthquake or something, that's when God is, you know, rolling out shit.
So, yeah, so why does God allow that? I mean, you know, also, I mean, like, there's been plenty of times in the Bible where God intercedes to stop evil human beings from doing things he doesn't like. You know?
Yeah.
He fucking killed the firstborn children of Egypt and fucking cursed them with a bunch of, like, plagues and shit. Because they wouldn't let his people go. So, I mean, like, you know, he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah because they were fucking sinful. There's plenty of shit that God did in the Bible because human beings weren't doing what he wanted to. He's even said to have flooded the entire earth because humankind just became too wicked. So how come free will didn't triumph there?
For judging evil to be evil. The most we could say about evil, if there were no God, was that we, in our subjective tastes, didn't like it when people did certain things to other people. We wouldn't have a basis for saying an act was bad, only that we didn't like it. So the problem of human evil exists only if God exists.
No. Once again, no.
I mean, this is such illogical rhetoric, you know.
That's how all these videos are.
I mean, it's like morality only counts if it comes from God. Like, why? Why is that the standard? Why would, even if there was a God, why would his morality be the quote-unquote true morality? I'm sorry, morals would still be subjective.
These guys get together and sit down and produce this shit on a regular basis. If you've noticed, we almost have one for every episode.
Yeah, and it's always the same. They change the side of the screen they're sitting on, but...
And they change the people in it, too.
Yeah, and the people, but the background is pretty much the same. I think they changed the color, but it always has that, like, bright light in the middle, and then it fades to, like, a darker color around the fucking
but also,
vignette edges.
As we clearly see, God doesn't follow the rules he sets out for man. It's like, thou shalt not kill. You've displeased the Lord, die. It's like...
Well, it's okay when God does it, because God is just moral no matter what. He can break his own rules, it's fine. Because his will supersedes any rule.
Supersedes.
But if that's the case, then why is he the source, our moral source? It's like he's saying, don't do the things I do. Why does he need to do them?
It's okay when he does them, Scotty.
But why? Why is it okay?
Because he's God, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the inherent problem with this. It's like, you tell me, well, you got to follow these commandments, but God doesn't follow his own commandments. Like, well, he's above them. It's like, well, then why does he tell us to follow them?
I mean, not to mention, like, if we're really going to talk about morality in the Bible, you know, you could sit there all day and point out things that are not moral, that are, you know, allowed in the Bible. We've talked about the slavery thing a few times. There's even a part in, I think it's Exodus, where God's talking about, you know, the rules for selling your daughter into slavery and shit. So, I mean, if we're going to say that the Bible is the source of morality, then we have to say, oh, well, you know, selling your daughter into slavery is perfectly morally all right.
Yeah, I mean, even with G-Man, he's like, well, you know, biblical slavery is okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
So someone enslaved G-Man, but biblically, he'd have to accept him, like, you know what, as much as I'm against being a slave, I have to accept this as part of the Bible. And, you know, slave, obey your master. I mean, the Bible tells the slaves.
G-Man would probably say that God wouldn't let someone enslave him because he's a Christian. Because, like, his thing is that nothing bad ever happens to Christians.
Of course it does.
You know, like none of the starving children in the world are Christian.
I'm sure plenty of them
So if they starve,
from
then
Christian families.
So if they starve, where they really weren't Christians, basically, is G-Man's argument.
G-Man just gives them a purity test. You know, oh, you're not a real Christian. Real Christians wouldn't starve in the streets.
Real Christians are blessed by God.
And I like how you blamed us for that comment he made. He's like, "You guys made me say that," kind of thing. It's like, what? No, he didn't.
Well, and then he claims that he said that only, he didn't believe in Christian, like starving children that were Christian.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And he didn't say that. I've rewatched it.
He didn't say that.
It's not like that's
show me a
any
starving
less
child.
ridiculous anyway.
Yeah, show me a starving child. That's where we're all just like, okay, this is jump the shark. He just
It's pretty bad when his clarification is just as stupid as the original comment.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've switched it up, TJ. So now I'm getting covered by the stupid thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure out some way around that.
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck you, YouTube.
YouTube does this at least once.
Why
a
you gotta
year.
do this shit to us? Why you gotta fucking always be so stupid, YouTube?
YouTube,
huh?
YouTube lives
Huh?
just to troll people that use YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's
Hey,
like,
you guys like this? Oh, now we're changing it.
YouTube.
They do get rid of
For
features,
natural
though.
suffering, that poses what appears to be a more difficult question. We see an
Natural
innocent child suffer, say, from an incurable disease.
Yeah.
We complain. Understandable. We don't like it.
I don't like it.
Understandable. We feel it is wrong, unfair, and shouldn't happen.
That child was not really a Christian. Otherwise, it wouldn't have gotten
If
this.
that
horrible
child is
disease.
obviously a Muslim, and you disappoint me, Dimitri.
Dimitri, you disappoint me.
You disappoint me, Dimitri.
You disappoint
Dimitri,
me,
you
TJ.
disappoint me.
Oh wow. Okay.
What happened, Ben?
I don't know. Everything seems to be okay now.
Everything's okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Understandable. But illogical unless you believe in God.
Oh.
For if you do not believe in God, your subjective feelings are the only basis upon which you can object to natural suffering.
So what?
Okay, you don't like it, but how is your not liking something evidence for God not existing?
What?
Think about it. It's just the opposite. Our judgments of good and evil, natural as well as human, presuppose God as the standard.
No, they don't.
If there's no God, there's neither good nor evil. There's just nature.
This is just
doing what it does.
This is just presuppositional nonsense.
If nature is all
Oh
there
my
is,
God.
there is absolutely no need to explain why one person suffers and another doesn't.
It's not about
Unjust
explaining
suffering
it.
is a problem.
Unjust suffering is a problem no matter what, you fucking moron. It doesn't matter if there's a God or not. Human beings, morality is subjective, but I don't think there's too many people going around saying like, man, unjust suffering, that's really where it's at. You know what I'm saying? I just love when people just unfairly suffer, even when they've done good things and been helpful and useful. Like, most people do not have the mentality. Yeah, you're going to find some sociopaths and fucking crazy people who are like, fuck those motherfuckers. I hope that everyone dies and whatever. But for the most part, like, human beings can kind of have a fucking sense of what's right and wrong. And there might not be some objective standard to it. And yeah, it sure would be easier if there were. But the fact that it's subjective doesn't mean it should just be discarded. There's plenty of things that are subjective.
Empathy does not exist. It's a myth. It's because of
myth.
God.
I mean, like, what about our fucking impulse towards cooperation? It's the same reason that we wait in lines, unless we're Chinese, of course. Did you see that video, Ben?
No.
There's a Thai girl who posted a video at the Thailand's airport, whichever one she was at, and
Trying to get a tax refund, basically.
she was showing that some Chinese tourists had showed up, and basically the line was now gone, and it was just people trying to push their way to the front in a mad mass.
Really?
Yeah, because that's kind of just how it goes in China, and apparently even when Chinese people come to other countries, they still try to do things that way. They don't like standing in lines.
I
But
had no idea.
Pretty much every other country is all about lines.
Yeah. Yeah, I had no idea.
Well, I mean, lines
I've
are
been
kind
to
of like
some, areas with high Chinese populations, and I didn't even notice that.
I don't know. It might go away after like multiple generations or
Yeah,
something.
living in North America.
Sure, but when they're actually over there, or when they come to other places from there, It seems that's how they like to conduct shit.
When you cut a line, man, like people get really pissed off. It's not like, oh, it's okay.
But I guess if your custom is just like, we don't have lines, it's just like whoever's strongest and meanest gets to the front and serve first.
I think that there it's just because everything's like a mad rush in a lot of areas. So it's just like everyone just pushes forward and just like, I want this. And whoever gets served just is whoever they happen to look at.
Served.
Out of my fucking way.
Out of my way, bitch.
It's like that. There's something very strange going on in like Chinese culture in general. Because I remember that time that little girl was hit by a car and like run over and shit. And she lay there for like hours, and a bunch of people walked past her, and finally someone helped her. And then the person who helped her actually, like, she had to move because her neighbors were like harassing her because they thought, that she only helped the kid because she wanted, attention and people to think she was like holier than thou. So it actually had the opposite effect. And like they did opinion polls in China, and people thought she was basically a piece of shit for helping the little girl.
Yay, China.
So, yeah, you Chinese people, get your shit together. You motherfuckers are pretty strange. So that's kind of your subjective morality lesson, though, is the point.
Yeah. I don't think we need to spend much more time on this.
But I mean, like, it's still like different cultures are able to figure out their own value systems. They don't need a god to do it. Even if you look at their culture and say, I feel like their morality is inferior to this other country's morality or our morality, or the moral sensibilities of people in this area are better than the people in this area or whatever. It does seem like people on their own are able to come to their own sort of like local conclusions about how behavior should be. And it might not always be perfect, but we don't need God for it. There's plenty of people around the world who don't believe in God but still have moral standards.
Right, and there are moral standards in the Bible that even our society has evolved
beyond.
I mean, like the age that people would have sex and get married has increased significantly.
Oh, sure. I mean, also, I want to point out, there's a number of countries in Europe that, there's people who are, like, basically religious are a minority, and those countries haven't fallen into chaos where people are, like, robbing and killing each other. It's like, well, we don't believe in God, so it's okay for me to walk into, like, a restaurant, just blow everyone there away because, I got some bad food there one time. Because, I mean, if people really
That's what
believe...
TJ wants to do.
He probably does want to do that.
Kill them all.
But if people really were like that, where it's like, what, there's no objective morality, I can do whatever I want, the world would be a lot more lawless in places like that. But it's actually the contrary, as what studies have usually shown. Places with high religiosity are more, there's more likely to be, there's more murders, there's more violent crime, there's more property crime.
Yeah, the churches with the highest church attendance rates are usually the states with the... the states with the highest church attendance rates are usually the states with the highest murder rates as well. There's a strong correlation there.
Yeah. Isn't it the same with obesity too?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of times, yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of things that are like more prominent in the South.
Yeah.
Religion, stupidity,
obesity,
etc.
Yeah, it is weird when you go to the South, like when you're in the North and you go to the South, because like not only the accents change, but everyone's a lot fatter generally.
Yeah, I'm more normal in Louisiana.
Yeah, that's true.
Like around here, I'm pretty fat, but in Louisiana, I'm almost like one of the skinnier ones.
Yeah, like, you're not so fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, once every
svelte
5
there.
Yeah,
svelte and Louisiana svelte.
Well, you only go to Louisiana like once every like 3 or 4 years, though. So
every blue moon, TJ makes a trip to Louisiana.
Here's another
to
video
wrestle alligators,
where some guy, the constitutionalist people that fuck with people just to like laugh at cops or security guards or whatever.
Right. Oh, of course.
So here's one of a guy who refused to show his bus ticket to prove that he paid to ride on the bus or the train or whatever he was riding.
Okay.
That's even more idiotic than usual, so.
Actually, I'm really not, sir. So you are conducting an illegal. You are conducting an illegal search of my person. Do you have a court warrant or order?
Sir, you're in the paid area.
Excuse me, Mr. Matthias, with Fair Inspector number 41.
Pass or transfer piracy at all times.
Well, I didn't sign any agreement. I'm not in any form of contract with Muni.
This train is agreeing to that.
Okay. And I have paid my fair share.
I need to see your ticket.
I have paid my fair share.
I need to see it, sir.
No, sir.
You're legally required to show me your proof of payment in this area.
I can show you my Clipper card if I want to, but that's if I want to. I have no legal need to.
You're required to show it, sir.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, let me call the police out here, and then I'll have them
Go ahead.
assist me in the facilitating of you.
Go ahead.
Hold on. What right do you got? What fucking like sacred right do you think you're standing up for in this situation?
Yeah, it's
like here's how this goes, sir. We're not sure if you paid. Can we see your ticket, please? Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Have a nice day, sir. Yeah, you avoided.
I don't show you nothing, buddy.
I gotta show you shit, man. I don't have to prove I paid for this shit.
Is this Russia or is this America?
I mean, so basically, by his standard, like, if I'm just, I should just be able to walk out of a grocery store with any food I want. Like, sir, we need to see your receipt. I never signed anything that said I had to show you no receipt.
But
you know, I
law.
paid for this.
It's the law, though, sir. We have
no, it's not. I never agreed to that.
I never signed a contract.
I never signed a
Walmart.
fucking written contract with you guys.
Am I being detained?
Oh, yeah, that's another one. Am I being detained? Am I free to go? Am I free to go?
I'm leaving. I paid for this food. I don't have to prove it to you.
I've already received one citation that I'll be fighting in court and then suing Muni for breaking the Constitution.
Okay, good luck with that.
Each and every person in the United States of America, if you are a legal citizen, are allowed to travel freely without any illegal search and
It's just like
seizures
I'm
of your
ignoring it.
person.
He's like I'm not even paying attention to you anymore.
It's not that you're not allowed to travel freely, dude. There's a bus fare. They have to make sure you actually paid the fare to ride the bus or the train or whatever.
I think it's a train. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's like a train.
Yeah.
Okay,
I believe it's a train.
What is the big deal? I mean, I don't understand. Like
His rights are being violated.
But it's not like they're saying you can't travel somewhere you want to go to. They're just making sure he paid his fare.
He doesn't have to do that, Scotty.
I'm pretty sure
He doesn't have to do that,
He
Scotty.
has to prove he paid.
No, he
yeah.
does not have to do that. Did he sign a contract saying he has to do that?
It's probably. It's
Oh
probably
no,
implied.
no! It's not implied by nothing.
It
you
is
know,
implied when you ride on a,
you know,
a system.
It
with-
says in the
that's funded through
Constitution of the
fares.
United States of America, the Bill of Rights, you know, thou shalt not ask for any sort of proof of payment in public transportation. It says that Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights.
I think it's like amendment number like 24 or something, 28. It's in the 20s. Look it up.
Yeah, but no one has said that he doesn't have the right to travel wherever he wants.
He doesn't have the
Make sure
right.
They has to pay his fare if
He
he's
ha-
riding public transportation.
He has the right to not be questioned. He doesn't have to show anyone
I mean,
anything.
it's it's a
Does this
common,
guy have a warrant?
It's a common
Scotty?
sense thing.
Does this guy have a warrant? Does he have a warrant?
Obviously, he does not.
Did a judge issue a warrant saying that he could search this man?
No.
Well, then obviously his rights have been trampled.
Okay, you're ridiculous.
Call the ACLU.
You're ridiculous,
You
Chief.
dealt with this individual before? No. Okay. We're going to be getting off here, sir.
Oh, I'm not getting off. I've paid my fair share. No, not at all.
You're not showing your proof of payment.
I have paid my fair share.
No. Who has shown that proof of payment continue on their way.
No, because I've paid my fair share and I'm not letting you break me. I'm not letting you take away my constitutional rights.
So you need to hop off here.
No.
Sir?
No.
I won't do it.
Now I'm going to invoke my right to remain silent.
Sir, you need to hop off the train.
I wish you would reserve the right to remain silent all the time.
I have invoked my right to remain silent. I have given you each and every piece of information that I am willing to give.
Sir, you need to hop off the train. Is he going to ride anything? We need to hop out there. Sir, you're holding up this train. Sir, you need to hop off the train. Fuck off the bus. You got somewhere to fucking go. Sir, hop off your train. Hop off the train, man. Hop off.
I'm not going to.
Sir,
I'm not going to give up my rights.
You haven't shown me your ticket.
You don't give a fuck about your rights, and I do. No.
What right? What sacred right?
You don't give a fuck about your rights. It's like, just show him the fucking piece of paper, bitch.
What does it do? What is how is it's not even an unreasonable standard at all. At all.
Prove that you paid for this thing. No. It's like, then get off the fucking bus.
If I was to show you my ticket, then freedom itself will die.
All right. You don't want to show your ticket? Get the fuck off the bus. All right, hop up.
Get off the bus.
But that is going against what the Constitution says.
Penal Code Section 640.
Autism.
You just had a person say fuck the Constitution.
Off the train.
So they're pretty much saying screw America.
No, they're not.
Get off the bus.
No, sir. I apologize.
Dude, I got fucking work to do. You're a fucking lazy ass bum, can't fucking pay a fucking ticket. Get off the train.
Well, I work 2 jobs.
At the what? Where?
Full time.
2 jobs, 1 fucking ticket.
So 80 hours a week.
You work 80 hours a week.
2 jobs doing what? Taking selfies?
You don't care about your rights. It's like all that to show was proof he probably paid like a $2 bus fare.
He probably didn't even pay it. Just throw
Probably
his ass
not.
off. Throw his ass off.
Exactly. Pick him up and throw him off.
Like, what is wrong with grabbing him and
let's have a
removing
common
him
sense
from the
approach.
bus?
Throw this guy off the fucking bus and continue on. Like, fuck the citation, fuck that. Throw him off the bus. Let him whine about it on the internet.
Yeah, you know, how about you just grab him and toss his ass off the bus?
Like, people in America are so afraid of just using a common sense approach. Like, look, this guy does not need a fucking ticket or anything. Just throw his ass off the bus, continue on without him. He's just being a dick. I mean, it's so clear he just wants to be a little asshole and have be the center of attention.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that some of the people on here depend on the bus to be on time.
Exactly. He's being such a fucking selfish fucking prick.
Just kick his ass off. Just grab him and throw him. Like, he's obviously not going to get
People
off.
were even asking him, like, man, please just show them the thing so we can go. We need to, like, do shit with our lives.
If
He's
these
like,
fucking if the little train security people are not gonna be like are not gonna actually like grab him and throw him off the bus, then they just need to fucking say fuck it and just he wins and
There's
let's
an
go.
actual cop there too telling him to get off. So I mean, why? I don't get it.
Just throw his ass off.
Yeah, either throw him off or
what are
just
you
say
gonna
fuck
do?
it. Yeah, at
yeah.
that point.
You either have you have 2 choices here. You either have to forcibly get him off the fucking thing or just say fuck it and let him stay.
Yep.
Because either you can't
Why
just sit here
inconvenience all these
delaying.
people?
Why are you gonna inconvenience everyone else over this stupid fuck? Either he fucking gets in line or he fucking doesn't.
That's what the fuck you got.
Throw him off.
I apologize to everyone for what is going on.
Shut up. Boo.
But I am not going to give up my constitutional rights.
You're not! This is the stupidest stand in the fucking world!
Yes, and they are all giving up their constitutional rights to travel freely unmolested without illegal searches and seizures of their
God.
person. I am not going to do that.
They're not trying to search you!
Yes, he is retarded.
All they wanted to show you, all they asked you was to show them, it wasn't like empty your pockets, it was like show your fucking stub or like
illegal
show that
search
you
and
paid.
seizure. They're not illegal searches would be like if they just grabbed you and like, we're searching you now, sir. They haven't done that. They've simply asked to see proof that you paid to be on the fucking public transportation.
These are so ridiculous. I mean, quite literally, and it's basically because now it's a pissing contest, because now he basically is a dick, so that they don't want to back down and be like, fine, let's just go on. Because then he can be like, I beat the system, and if you stand up for your rights, this is what you get. No, now they're going to fucking delay the fucking bus 20, 30 minutes to write this asshole a ticket, which he's not going to sign the ticket. He's going to be like, I'm not going to sign that.
Apparently, there's just like endless tolerance for people being assholes in social situations. Like the most anyone will do is just sit there like, you suck, you jerk.
No, whatever, buddy. Gonna throw your fucking rights away.
I mean, like, I
Alex Jones, buddy. Listen to Alex Jones.
Sometimes I watch stories and it's like you see like Americans like overreact to like the smallest shit, and then sometimes you watch stories like this where people just sit there and like take it from some asshole who's just like, you're violating my rights, everybody,
TJ,
bro, my rights,
the problem
dog.
is, there's no children involved, and there's not like $5 toasters to fight over. You know, it's like anyone with common sense would just everyone would be like, okay, buddy, so are you gonna fucking show you paid or not? No, I have rights. That's great. Like 4 or 5 people grab him, throw him off the bus, and they keep going. I saw a video of that like in Scotland. This kid was on the bus. I mean, it was actually on a train, and like the conductor's like, "Where's your ticket?" And he's like, "Oh, he had some story." And they're like, and he was holding up the train. A big guy just went up and grabbed him and pushed him off, and like that, and they just went on. It's like, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, I'll tell you what. If I was here, I'd be throwing this dude off the bus.
Yeah, fuck this dude.
I'd just be grabbing his ass and kicking him off the fucking bus. I'd be like, get the fuck off the bus.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as a tough guy. You know what I mean?
No.
Are you retarded? What happens when they take away your right to free speech? Your right to General Assembly.
Everybody who hasn't paid the fare has exited the train.
Okay.
You have not shown it, so you have no right to be on.
I have no legal need to show it under the Constitution.
Get off the train. Yes, I did. She had
So I have a constitutional right to go camp on your fucking lawn, dude.
Does she have to get off here? Yes. Up off here, sir.
No, sir. I am confident that I have paid my fair share, and I am confident that I have no legal need to
And I'm confident you're a douchebag.
So the bus left, so he's still riding on the bus.
I guess that they're just like, all right.
Can I get your name and badge number, sir? Can I get your name and badge number?
Pardon me?
Badge number 80.
Yeah, now listen, can you tell me why you won't show your proof of payment?
Because I am going under my constitutional right to travel freely, unmolested, without any illegal searches or seizures of my person.
Okay, so
and you are conducting an illegal search and seizure. You are asking someone to provide something that is on their person. That is technically asking them for something from them. You are searching them. You are searching for information regarding if they paid their fair share.
You're refusing to display your proof of payment.
I am invoking my right to travel freely unmolested.
You're refusing to show your proof of payment. Right here, it says display proof of payment, and you're refusing. Is that correct?
No, I'm invoking my right.
So you're not. So display.
Your job is illegal.
This isn't the same as getting pulled over. You have to show proof of payment.
That's your opinion.
It's not the same as driving a car and getting pulled over and being, oh, I'm exercising my fifth right.
It's not a car, but it is still a vehicle.
Wow, the voice of reason has arrived,
Yeah.
everybody. That's amazing. For
Finally.
someone actually trying to talk some sense to this guy.
Well, that's just your opinion.
Let's hear your opinion, man. It's like your opinion, dog.
No.
Have some common courtesy to show your proof of payment. Stop trying to prove a point. You're not proving a point. They have a point. You have to show. I just want to make sure you are refusing to show your proof of payment. I've asked you.
I am invoking my right to travel freely.
Do you understand that you're violating 640 of the Penal Code if you don't show your proof of payment?
No, I understand that I'm invoking my right to travel freely.
Okay, I'm already telling you what you're doing.
You are not telling me anything. We all have free will. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Oh my God.
Be a thief. That's what you want.
I am not a thief. I have paid my
Okay,
fair
but how
share.
do we know?
Prove to me that you're not a thief.
I could swipe it on there again if you want.
Can you prove to me
And that'll show that I have already paid. If you want me to do that.
Same as this machine. That's all you do. Swipe it right here.
But it is different because I am not allowing them to search me. Yes, it is. You're just being stubborn and bullheaded.
Hey, this guy's so stupid.
They're being stubborn. They're being stubborn. I'm sorry. Like, if I was on this bus, I would have fucking just beaten the shit out of this guy and thrown him off the fucking bus by now, or the
they're
train,
not-
or whatever it is.
Maybe the reason that hasn't happened is because there's a cop there.
I don't care if there is.
I mean, he's talking about his freedom. It's like, dude, you could just make a choice, even if you feel this is some huge breach of your freedom, just to show the thing. And like, what does it really reveal about you, or like take away from your rights to show a fucking stub, like a payment stub, or to swipe your card again? Like, how is this infringing upon like your rights? I just don't get it. It's because like they're asking you to, and they shouldn't ask you.
No one should ask you.
You could do that with anything. Like I said, you walk out of a store, like you're driving your car. You know, if you get stopped, I don't have to show you anything. Well, you have to have a license to operate a vehicle. I have the right to travel wherever I want. And same thing on an airplane. I have a right to fly to London because I'm a person. And I have rights. Well, they have different laws. Well, I have the right to be a human.
You have the right to fly there, but they have the right not to let you in.
No, they shouldn't stop me. I don't have to show them any sort of identification. I'm just going to walk in. in. It's like, you know what? I have the right to exist, you know? So
yeah, good luck with that.
I have a
one.
right to do anything I want as long as it doesn't infringe upon your rights.
You to do like everybody else here do.
No.
Prove that you paid.
No.
And you're refusing to prove that you paid.
I am.
You are refusing.
My right to travel freely.
You can't play a semantics game. You're refusing. Just admit you're refusing. Not like I'm invoking my rights. You're refusing.
I'm invoking my sacred right to not have to show my ticket on
And he could
train.
at least say, I think the law is unconstitutional, so that's why I'm refusing.
So what happens ultimately here? Man, this goes on for a while.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to step off.
I am
Are you gonna
requesting
step
a
off?
video poll. You are an officer of Muni, and if I request that,
So you're not
you are
stepping off, you're going to hold
required
up all these people. You're going to hold up all these people.
Yes, because I know for a fact.
So you are
that's
holding
me.
all these people hostage.
No,
you are kidnapping
I am
all
not.
these people. Do
I am not.
Just throw him off!
People are telling you to get off.
Now,
So
when
you
I
are
paid
willingly
before-
holding up everybody. You are willingly holding up everybody.
Just throw him off the fucking train. Just throw him off.
What a piece of shit.
Just throw him the fuck off. You're a cop.
This video is over 15 minutes long.
You're a cop.
Yeah.
You could shoot people and no one cares. Just throw him off the fucking
that's not
train. Just throw him off the fucking
Yeah,
train.
TJ said, like, look how many times the police have abused their power. And this is, like, not even really an abuse of power. It's just, like, time to go.
This is the nicest, most patient fucking cop.
Yeah.
It is San Francisco, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, he should have at least been pepper sprayed by now.
Should have been tased at least several times.
What is it with these cops? When you actually want them to be violent, they're so restrained.
Well, this guy is white, so, you know.
I mean, it's not even I want them to be violent. Just grab him, pick him up, take him off the train, and that's it.
Maybe just beat him up, work him over with a billy club a little bit, and then leave him in a puddle of his own blood.
You're such a pacifist, TJ.
Hostage. I'm asking you to get off.
If you are to pay
Please
twice
get off.
within a
I'm
certain
asking you
amount
to
of
get
time,
off.
it doesn't take
Get
a second.
the
Please
fuck
get
off.
That way.
Just
get off.
punch him,
Please get off.
kick him, bite him, something.
This gentleman is
You did not tag your card. Please get off. Please get off the train. Everybody's asking you to get off. Please get off. You are holding all these people hostage. You are holding all these people hostage. Please get off the train. Please get off the train. You're holding all these people hostage.
No, I am requesting a video poll.
I'm asking you to get off the train. Then get
I am
off
requesting a video poll
Fuck off.
for. I'm requesting a video poll for November 4th at roughly 9 a.m.
You've got to ask the video poll at the station office. So go over there.
I'll
and
do
ask
that when I get off at my stop.
Where's your stop?
Van Ness.
He wants to get off at Van Ness.
So go ahead, tell him to call 911 again and have them come on over. But I.
I mean, like, are you sure this is like a cop, like a real cop that can, like?
It looks like he is.
Just what is going on? Just get him the fuck off. Is there a law in San Francisco that you're just allowed to be like a total and absolute cunt and it's fine and no one will do anything except for politely ask you to do the same fucking reasonable thing over and over again?
Can we find a peaceful solution, TJ?
No, just beat the shit out of him and throw him off the damn train.
No, TJ. Everyone needs to work together.
Not everyone deserves a peaceful
Violence,
solution.
TJ wants violence. TJ advocates a violence approach to everything.
I do.
He's a barbarian.
Does he ever get kicked off this train?
That's the end of the video.
That's the end?
Yes.
His phone was probably dying or something. Or he just didn't want to post the rest.
I'm so
of it.
angry.
He probably ended up getting to where he was going.
Yeah, I would assume so.
It seems that way.
Basically, it seems like if you're willing to argue and be a douche, you can pretty much just ride for free or.
Hey,
not
everyone!
show your proof
Guess
of
what?
payment.
Everyone in San Francisco, if you want to ride the train for free, just refuse to show them your ticket and just say you have a constitutional right to be there, and apparently you can ride the train for free.
I mean, obviously, we don't know if he paid or not, but regardless of whether he did, he's an
Well, you don't have to
asshole.
prove it, so just hop on the train and be like, yep, constitutional right, I paid. Can you prove it? Nope, I don't have to. Illegal search and seizure.
You know, but I mean, anyone could say that to make a thing work to this guy. It's like, basically we require some evidence. It doesn't matter what it is. No, I don't have to do it. And it's just like, okay, we have to accept that. And but if you ask someone else a question like, you're a public official, I don't have to answer why. Well, I don't have to do it. I'm using my right as a citizen not to answer your question. You know what I mean? To remain silent or freedom of speech. If that was turned around on them, they would hate it. They'd be like, oh, well, why don't you have to do this?
Just fucking throw that motherfucker.
He's an idiot.
Just preferably while it's still moving.
I say we move on.
Yeah. Next video we've got here is a news story about a random attack at a museum in Tunisia.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. So it's more museums being attacked in, the Muslim world.
Yeah, in Northern Africa.
Yeah. It's actually Tunisia is where they filmed a lot of the first Star Wars movie.
Yep.
I think some of the structures are still there.
Yeah, they actually had I think it was either a Kickstarter or a Indiegogo. They raised a bunch of money to restore it.
That's pretty awesome. That it's still there.
Yeah, it was really dilapidated.
What was?
The Tatooine set.
Basically, where it was in the first Star Wars movie, where it was
when they're on the desert.
Did J.J. Abrams go back there?
I don't think so.
I doubt he did. He probably was filming
That would be hilarious if he did.
He was probably filming in California or some other country.
What a puss bag.
So, yeah, here's a story about that.
It happened without warning.
19 killed, huh?
Parliament and museum buildings in Tunisia's capital.
Let's put some Christian extremists.
People desperately escaping led to safety by
I
security
think it was
forces.
atheist, dude.
Oh, yeah, atheists probably,
At least 19
too.
people, most of them tourists, killed and 22 hurt. 2 attackers were also killed.
Wonder what their motive was.
Concern this attack is at the hands of ISIS adherents, opening a new front for their violence in North Africa. Tunisian militants have pledged loyalty to ISIS and threatened attacks.
It appears like I believe Tunisia was one of the Arab Spring countries.
It was. They had a dictator until 2011.
Yep. So this is what they got now.
But anytime there's a power vacuum, that's when extremism rises up. That's why they were so worried with Greece, with the Gold Dawn and everything. They're like, it's going to be a turn of fascism to Western civilization.
Ben supports ISIS, though.
Though a lot of people do argue now, as you see, that we do live in a fascist country now. So
that this was an attack by the Islamic State, but we have to remember that there are also other possibilities. It could have been Ansar al-Sharia in Tunisia, which is a local group. It could have been Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb.
The U.S. at one time...
No, dude, it was atheists.
So they don't even know who did this.
I'm pretty sure it was atheists, though.
Yeah,
I would say my money's on atheism.
I would say
because they have no morality.
New atheists.
Yeah, because as we saw, atheists have no morality, and they don't care. Morality is just subjective. It's just part of nature. So why not just kill anyone you want at any time for any reason? So I'm pretty sure it was the atheists that did that. Outside chance it might have been Christians. Very slim chance it was Muslims, though.
Very slim.
Very slim.
Very slim.
Almost certainly not. Because as we know, Islam is the religion of peace.
Yeah.
Tunisia as a place where the Arab Spring blossomed.
Certainly we'll be continuing to engage with authorities there and our counterparts there to discuss what this means moving forward.
The security situation has deteriorated across North Africa. In Egypt, Libya, and Tunisia, ISIS utterly brutal, slaughtering Egyptian laborers in Libya earlier this year. Just days ago, the U.S. Defense Secretary warning ISIS has now moved far beyond strongholds in Iraq and Syria.
We are seeing it. We're seeing it throughout North Africa.
Out of the 20,000 foreigners that have joined the fight in Iraq and Syria, a British think tank says up to 3,000 of them are from Tunisia.
I don't think this is anything to worry about, guys.
I just say we go to the local pub, have a pint, and wait for this all to blow over.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. God will protect us.
God will protect
certainly.
us. God will protect us.
An American eagle will fly down and save us from the bullets.
The largest number from any country.
A significant number of those foreign fighters have returned from Iraq and Syria or from fighting in Libya for the Islamic State to Tunisia. And this clearly presents a very significant security problem.
I like ISIS,
Terrorism doesn't seem to be much of a problem in the world.
They're good guys, I like the stability they bring to the region. You know, it's all great. Everything's
Got to
fine.
clean up all those like ancient ruins and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Like
eyesores.
I'm tired. You know, like you see this fucking like old pieces of shit made by some faggots like 10,000 years ago. Blah. Get rid of that. You know, I can't even abide by things that are.
You know what? I mean,
20
here in
years
America,
old, let
we have
alone
to
tens of thousands.
Yeah. You know another
Destroy
problem.
that shit.
You know the problem, TJ, is here in America we have to tolerate homosexuals and these faggots, and I mean ISIS knows what to do with them.
Yeah.
Just kill them all.
Unless that one crazy Christian guy is right, and ISIS is all homosexuals.
Yeah.
Oh, he's garbage.
Did you ever think about that?
Yeah,
I thought about that, but it's just a lie.
They're like
ISIS is a great progressive group.
They're like the new Spartans. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. We're going to Spartanize you lads. We're ISIS.
ISIS.
Yeah.
He'll join ISIS if he gets the airbrushed abs.
That'd be sweet. I don't know. Look kind of strange on my like big floppy stomach though.
You could get one of those giant Gonzalez costumes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Call me Giant Gon ISIS.
All right. I guess something happened at a fraternity at Penn State over their Facebook page.
Something happened.
Did you guys hear about that?
Maybe. I don't
I
know.
want to begin with the growing scandals in the nation's
The
fraternities.
scandal.
Sarah Ganem has more, and I must warn you, some of the images that you're about to see, they are really graphic. They're kind of
Sweet.
disturbing. We have blurred them
Hell
to protect
yeah.
the identities of the people involved. Here it is.
Whip your dicks out, boys.
More than just bad fraternity behavior, this could be criminal.
Wait.
Police are investigating a Penn State fraternity, Kappa Delta Rho, for allegedly posting photos to an invitation-only private Facebook page. Photos of women appearing to be passed out, partially naked. Others.
All right, the passed out one's kind of fucked up, but that girl is clearly like showing her tits for the express purpose of someone taking a picture.
I'm gonna say like, yeah, passed out is one thing. Like, whoa, what's that about? But like, if a girl is willingly showing her tits, like, this is disturbing. It's like, have you ever been to Mardi Gras or spring break, or any sort of group with like lots of college students?
Yeah,
this is not abnormal behavior.
In compromising, embarrassing positions, with demeaning comments from the members of the group posted below. Police say the page had 144 members, some current students, some alumni.
Let's see what they said. Well, Delhi just flipped this post on its head. Dear God. I banged her, lol. Not that night. Who am I? You? Lol, delete those or we will be on CNN in a week.
You were right.
Hey, that one guy was prescient, dude.
Man, yeah, he was fucking right.
And it got 11 thumbs up too. So that means like a majority of people are like, yeah, it probably will happen. And then they're on CNN and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, we were.
Maybe we should have done more than just thumb it up. Maybe we should have actually like listened. Maybe he shouldn't have said lol at the beginning.
Man, fraternities, you guys got to realize.
Lol, we're dumb.
Fucking the media has a hard on for you now. Anytime any fraternity does anything bad, you're fucked.
Dude, yeah, like I even see on like the Young Turks and shit, they're like, we need to get rid of the fraternity stuff. I'm like, man, if all the idiots are joining the fraternities, keep them in fraternities where they're all clustered together in one place. Otherwise, they're just gonna like mix in with the general population. You don't want that. Let the fraternities be the fraternities. But if you're a dude and you're in a fraternity, you're probably not watching this show. But if you are, or you're going to be, then just remember the news media totally has a hard-on for making you look like the most evil, reprehensible sort of organization that could ever possibly exist. Like, it's their latest hobby. It's like, we're going to prove that every fraternity on Earth is evil and you know, just like basically a rape factory.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. I'm pretty sure millions of people belong to these organizations and don't really do
millions
this kind
of
shit.
evil people.
You know,
and it's one of those alums who went to the police with screenshots like this one depicting a.
Why are they so like shitty? Like even the parts that aren't being blurred out look blurry. What's going on?
This is CNN.
Naked woman passed out. And this one, an embarrassing text message shared with the group from a woman asking if protection was involved in a drunken hookup. Police say other photos show illicit drug sales and this one of brothers showing their bare behinds is a hazing
Oh my
incident.
God.
The fraternity was swiftly
That's horrible.
suspended.
Wait, you mean to tell me
asses?
Two men voluntarily asses to the camera? That is sick. My God.
You know,
whatever happened to America? Whatever happened to our values?
I mean, I understood that when people were like this, that fraternity was like chanting the the racial slogans and shit. Why people are like, oh, we don't want that associated with us.
I think it's a hip hop thing.
But I mean, if a lot of people were honest looking at this stuff, this just looks like the stupid shit college kids would do. You know what I mean? This doesn't really seem like that out of the ordinary, to be honest.
I mean, other than the girls who were passed out, I don't really see a problem with most of it. So.
For a year. Penn State saying the conduct was highly inappropriate and appalling, offensive, and inconsistent with the university community's values
Have
and
you guys ever been
expectations.
to a university?
Police
You
are
a
now
university.
working with Facebook and the university to try to identify the members and the women.
Oh, we do have to remember, though, that this is Penn State, so it is like Jerry Sandusky's school, too. So they're going to
This is not consistent with Penn State's values.
Yeah.
Could have fooled us, motherfuckers.
to say.
Well, they're trying to get away from that.
This is not consistent with our values. This was men exploiting girls. That's not what we do here, goddammit.
In the photos. Police say it's still unclear if this would be considered criminal. This is just another in a series of examples of fraternities in hot water over unseemly behavior. Last year, Arizona State University banned Tau Kappa Epsilon for conduct deemed offensive after its Martin Luther King Jr. Day parade had guests flash.
We covered that.
We did.
Yeah. Wow, way back when we first started.
Yeah, I remember that.
Flashing gang signs and holding watermelon cups. Sigma Phi Epsilon shut down its chapter last
What
year.
it really
at the
boils down
University
to is that you're not increasingly you're just not allowed to have any sort of fun in America. That's really just what it is.
Yeah, Americans are becoming more and more uptight.
Yeah, I mean it's an enhancement toward, or it's an expansion of political correctness.
Yeah, it's like pretty soon, like, even if like you fucking tell, like, you have a comment that's even a little bit off color, you're just gonna be like, this monster said this, which could vaguely be construed as maybe racist and or sexist.
Social justice police, show up. Amazed atheist, you're under arrest for the crimes against humanity.
You're going to jail, bitch.
And sensitivity training for life.
No. No.
Sensitivity training for life.
She's like, I don't want to be sensitive.
Mississippi, after some of its members draped a Confederate banner and placed a noose around the statue of the school's first black student.
Okay.
And of
but that's
course, the now
clearly
infamous SAE
racist
chapter at
beyond
Oklahoma
belief.
University shut down after this shocking video shows members singing a racist song. All shocking, offensive, but not necessarily criminal. What is clear is that some of today's fraternities appear to be more about bullying than brotherhood.
Oh my.
Okay, just watch fucking Revenge of the Nerds. You know,
Yeah, I mean, like,
I think they kind of knew it
it's
even
like
back then.
Whatever happened to like Animal House
Yeah.
and shit? Like we kind of know what fraternities are.
Yeah, I know. It's like CNN. It has like this very fanciful notion of like this is about camaraderie and brotherhood. It's like, no. If you've ever known anyone that was in a fraternity, it was like, what, dude? They have like all the tests, and we go out and get fucking wasted.
Yep.
That's what fraternities are really about. I'm sorry.
It's like cheating on your assignments with one, like helping each other out and shit like that.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's not it's a brotherhood. I mean, I guess that's like an element to it, but
Oh, sure. And obviously, they have a fun time.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to fault them for having a fun time.
You should, Ben. Because
Ben
if
is
you
a
don't,
racist, and so is
you fucking
TJ.
support sexism, racism, and every other fucking horrible thing that's eating away
Ben
at
supports
America.
the rape culture of America.
Sarah Ganem, CNN, New York.
Fraternities are pure, unadulterated evil.
Makes sense.
All right, so I guess Hillary Clinton is polling really well right now. So apparently the whole email scandal didn't affect
Only
her.
America knew the truth about her.
You mean to tell me the fucking meaningless email scandal that no one could even understand why it was a scandal, didn't affect her polls. I can't believe it.
You know what I heard? I was reading the news. John Boner was like, she needs to give us the server.
The server. She needs to give us the server.
And Benghazi, all the files on Benghazi.
Oh, Boner.
We need the Benghazi files.
Yeah, their 15-year investigation of what happened in Benghazi. We can all assume it was probably Hillary Clinton's fault.
America will be destroyed. The world will have moved on, and there'll still be some Republican somewhere.
What about Benghazi,
What
guys?
happened in Benghazi? No one really knows.
Okay, I guarantee you if Hillary Clinton was not running, there was no chance of it. They wouldn't even give a shit about Benghazi. Just because and they can see the polls, they're like, oh shit.
Oh, they love Benghazi.
Well,
this is no good.
They knew Hillary was going to run again, for sure.
But they love the Benghazi thing.
Oh, they're obviously pretty fucking scared of her. That's pretty obvious. I'm not her biggest fan, but I kind of do like how much they hate her. You know what I mean?
It's almost like she's anointed to be the first woman president. It's kind of scary.
A lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
She is appointed by God
We'll see.
himself.
Yeah, we'll find out next year.
She wasn't appointed by God. She was appointed by somebody, though.
Appointed by God, Ben.
And then, if you notice, you hardly ever see Hillary and Bill together. I'm thinking they can't stand each other.
Probably.
So
they, just to prove their marriage isn't a sham, they need to put out a porno.
A sex tape.
Yes.
All right.
And here's an interesting one. We often say that don't pay too much attention to national polls when it comes to presidential horse race. That's true. Don't pay too much attention. We elect presidents based on the Electoral College. We go state by state. But do pay attention if the leader is 5 or 6 or 7 points ahead. Because if you're 5 or 6 or 7 points ahead nationally, well, you're going to probably win the Electoral College. Again, it's March 2015. But look at Hillary Clinton versus the Republican candidates at this point. And if you are the Republicans, this makes you a little bit nervous. Rand Paul comes closest at 11 points. Marco Rubio, 13. Mike Huckabee, 14 points behind Hillary Clinton. Jeb Bush, 15 points behind her. Chris Christie, 15 points. Scott Walker, 15 points. Dr. Carson, 16 points. Again, it's very early, and President Rudy Giuliani can attest to the fact that, be careful about these early polls.
Did he say President Rudy Giuliani?
11
It
points
was
is
a
the
joke
closest any
based on the
Republican
fact
comes
that
again.
Giuliani polled so well early on.
Oh.
And, of course...
The problem was that then he had to start talking to people. And he's not an attractive guy. He doesn't have that going for him. You know what I mean? He kind of looks like a ghoul. You know what I mean?
He looks like Nosferatu.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, oh shit, this guy gonna fucking kill me and fucking drink my blood.
Oh man, when they were showing the lead, like how far ahead Hillary would have been, it was always double-digit leads.
Always.
Against all of those potential Republicans.
Hillary's gonna be our next president.
And she is formidable.
No question about it. President Giuliani, also President Hillary Clinton from 2008.
Right.
She was leading in these polls. But
the
look,
best
I think
reason to vote
the
for Hillary is not actually Hillary, though.
It's Bill.
Yeah, it's to have Bill as first husband or some shit. I just want Bill to be running around I want Bill back in the White House getting sex scandals every other week and shit.
Yeah, and smoking like a doobie on the fucking front lawn. I mean, it's DC, man.
I just want to sit out here smoking.
It's legal.
Yeah.
Have the fat chick from the mailroom suck me off.
Yeah, bring that pretty little ass over here.
Well, it actually ain't that pretty, but
yeah,
I'll just squint. Yeah, it looks good now.
I feel your pain. Do you want to feel my pain?
Bill's a beautiful man.
Yeah.
He's a lovely man, and I want him back in the Oval Office.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I guess he
won't be in the Oval Office technically.
I mean, he'll probably come in there every now and then and fucking say hi, but
it'll be weird because
there's that old desk. You know what I mean?
President is a lifelong title, so now when they're together, they'd both be referred to as the president if Hillary won.
But there's no nepotism in America, though.
Not at all. Never happened.
We're just
Not even
alternating.
once.
Do you realize, if she's president, we'll just be basically just alternating between Clintons and Bushes with a black guy thrown in every now and then.
Yeah. If you take out Obama, it's been nothing but Bushes and Clintons.
Bush, Clinton, Clinton, Bush, Bush, Clinton, Bush, and occasionally we'll throw in a black dude, and that's it.
It's only happened once, so we'll have to see that trend continue.
Yeah.
Rand Paul number was interesting to me.
I say Mexican
he definitely
next
is getting
time.
out there. He's getting a stronger name identification. He is growing
Or maybe an Asian
broad popular base of support. So he is someone who Jeb Bush is certainly watching. But right, it's so early.
Yeah, and the upside for Republicans, if you're looking for one, is that, and we've seen this for many years now, Hillary Clinton is just so defined. Right. I mean, she's polarizing. Her favor number is 53, unfav 44. The don't know or unsure is like 1%. So on the Republican side, they have sort of got to litigate the Republican primaries and then introduce themselves to American voters.
Yeah, that's the thing about Hillary. But the thing is, some fresh face.
Republicans aren't going to be the same way, though. I mean, I don't really believe that Republicans are going to be like, maybe he's more of a centrist. Like,
the problem with Republicans, they're going to have the same problem as last time.
They have to run so far to the right.
And plus, 1 million of them want to run. So it's like every week you got a new front runner, and it seems like the party doesn't even know what the fuck it wants itself.
Well, go ahead.
I was going to move on just to let everyone know that, if you like the video, give it the thumbs
up.
Thumbs up. Do it now.
Thumbs up
Do
your
it now.
fucking ass, you pieces of shit. If you're watching this show, put a fucking thumb up, motherfucker. Every time we do that, we never get 100% to give us thumbs up. What are you doing, motherfucker?
What are these people
doing? The fuck are you doing? Give us a goddamn thumbs up, you piece of shit. You motherfucker who just watches our show and hears us say this every time,
you fucking lurker.
and just sits there like,
Come on, lurker, fucking click it.
I ain't doing it, son of a bitch. You lazy fuck. It's just a mouse click. It's a mouse click. Or if you're watching it on your phone, button tap.
It costs you nothing.
It's none of your time, none of your effort. Do it, you fucking piece of shit. We can do a 3-hour show, but you can't give us a click? Fuck you, bitch.
TJ, you know what's funny? If someone did that to you, you'd be like, I'm not clicking. Can't tell me what to do. Can't tell old Teachmeister.
Well, I'll do a reverse psychology pitch next week.
Okay.
Also, we did a pretty amazing private show last time. If you guys missed it, you should sign up for our Patreon now. Patreon.com/DP.
Yeah, it was a crazy show.
Yeah, and be on the lookout because I think we're making some Patreon changes the next few days. So.
Ben shoved a birthday candle up his cock and...
Whoa, TJ.
He did.
Man.
That's for the private shows, TJ.
Yeah,
all right, I'm just letting them know what they missed. Just letting them know what they missed.
Private show, TJ.
Just letting them know what they missed. Letting them know.
I did also go into the dungeon back there, too.
Don't we have, Paul's Ego coming on someday, next week or something?
Yeah, okay, so Friday we have Minx from the RPG Minx.
This Friday?
This Friday.
Okay.
And then it's not 100% yet, but I think we can have Paul on the following Friday.
Woo! Damn you, Paul!
Yep.
Paul's to the wall.
Yeah, so we have some good lineups. Oh, and so if you're a patron and you've got some perks coming up this month, I'll be getting in touch with everyone. So check your Patreon inbox so that we can communicate and get everything set up.
Yeah, touch yourselves. Touch yourselves.
What?
I don't know.
You're a weird guy.
Be naughty little piggies, yeah.
You're so naughty.
Yeah, touch.
You've been naughty today.
Oh, and
you know you want to touch your naughty spots.
And I've been getting messages, TJ, people in Europe
suck me off, or
people in Europe offering sex to you.
Sex to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have sex with some European people.
Yeah.
I guess.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I'm just gonna get really high, and then they could just do what they want. And if they can't get it up, sorry, don't take it.
I think you are sharing a room with Ben, so
no.
I think Ben will be getting an emergency room.
Yeah. Fuck that.
I'll just when there's a tie tied around the door, just don't come in.
There's gonna be a tie tied around the door the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, Ben should be fucking in there on his phone.
I'll be sleeping in the hallway. All right, so let's see here. Here's Franklin Graham.
Who's that?
Enter politics to fight a spiritual battle.
He sounds smart.
Against secularism.
Finally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a battle to fight. And the battle, it's not against flesh and blood, all right?
Woo!
And this is a spiritual battle.
Praise the Lord.
We're fighting
Amen.
Satan and
Yes!
his demons. And let me tell you something.
They have got their way into government. They've got their way into every level of our government.
No.
We live in a secular society.
How the fuck did we let demons get into our government? How could we be so blind?
I don't know. We did it though. Secular demons.
Yeah, I like how they use the word secular. It's like secular, like ugh.
If they were
like, ugh, secular, no way.
But wait, if they were actually evil, if they were actually like satanic, that would not be secular.
Secular demons.
No.
Next clip.
No. No.
Led by these people, they call themselves progressives.
Oh, those disgusting progressives.
Growing up, we lived under the red threat, at least my generation. You know, the Russians or the Chinese are going to come. And Reagan and we built up an army and the defenses and Star Wars and all that, and guess what? The Russians and the Chinese basically folded, and you know
the Chinese did not fold.
Yeah, as we know, China has folded into a world powerhouse.
Yeah, and the Russians, it was the Soviet Union that folded. The Russians still exist.
Yeah, and the Russians, I mean, you know, they're not in like the best shape, but they're not like.
Yeah, China's the stronger of those two.
Sure, but I mean, like neither of those
threats.
Neither of those countries has like just like folded into oblivion. I mean, the Soviet Union did, but that was a long time ago. No, I mean, like, so much of this doesn't make sense. It's like, okay, they're
progressives are basically communists.
They're working for Satan, but they're secularists. What?
Satan, Stalin, whatever. It's all the same thing.
And progressives are the same as communists, basically.
Oh, I've heard that so many times.
There's no difference between a progressive and a communist. Like,
no.
That's... You know, it's not true.
They don't honestly.
Whatever.
If you talk to those people,
it's not true.
If you talk to those people or like listen to them on the radio, they don't see any difference. Like all these wacky communists basically want to just give everything for free, and like everyone's side is going to be a bunch of bums, and they're not going to work, and it's just going to be chaos.
And Satan runs the whole show.
Yeah, and it's all due to Satan.
Satan.
I knew it.
And secularism, of course, too.
I'm your secular Satan, baby.
Threat was over, the red threat was over, communism fell, and so we just began to relax. Secularism
Big mistake.
began to make its way into our government, into our churches. And let me tell you something, you know secularism and the difference between secularism and communism? You wanna know what the difference is?
The word.
There is no difference. They're both godless.
What?
Yeah.
So just because they're progressivism is not godless per se, but
no,
you know that the fact that they're both godless in your opinion is what makes them exactly the same thing.
Well, in fairness, he said secularism that time, not progressivism.
Oh, okay, secularism.
I mean, secularism. I mean, like that is. It's not really godless in the sense that people aren't allowed to believe in God. It's just godless in the sense that we're not going to govern based on, you know, religion. We're going to govern based on what actually makes sense from an empirical standpoint.
I wouldn't say secularism, as far as secularism in government, is anti-religious anyway.
No, it's not anti-religious, but it you know, it's about. There's going to be a wall of separation between government and religion.
But yet again, it wants us to buy into this narrative that if the country is not a Christian nation, that it's basically a lawless country. I mean, there's so many examples of countries. I mean, Japan is a country that has a lot of atheists. Is that a lawless country? Tokyo is rated the safest large city in the world. Shouldn't there be rape and pillage everywhere?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, none of this makes any fucking sense.
Sounds like my kind of town.
You got to realize, actually, there are rape and murder going on in Japan all the time, but the Japanese cops just kind of like watch it acceptingly because they're secular. So
I see.
They're just kind of chuckling.
There's
like,
no objective morality. I mean, do we really know that's wrong? Maybe.
What right do I really have to enforce the law? After all law is just subjective. So I'm just going to watch that girl get raped. Yeah,
absolutely godless. And now secularism has taken over our local governments, it's taken over our school boards, it's taken over our city councils, it's taken over our county commissioners. Secularism has taken over the state level. Secularism has taken over Washington.
So,
and it's a godless system.
Tales from an alternate reality, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like secularism has done all these things it hasn't actually done. Like, okay, when it comes to like local level politics, in most places you can't even you have to fucking search far and wide to even find a elected official in America who would say they're an atheist.
Yeah, very few.
There's very few. It's nearly impossible to find them. So how can you say secularism has taken over politics on any level when that's the case?
Yeah, I think Jesse Ventura may have been one of the few open atheists who was an elected official.
It's hard to find them.
Yeah.
I remember back when there was actually a congressperson who was an atheist. It was like news. Like, this is the first congressman to claim to be an atheist, or he was the at least the first in a while.
Was it Bernie Sanders?
No, it wasn't Bernie Sanders.
No.
He's a senator anyway.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, so I think this is a Fox News thing.
Sweet.
Liberals are using school snow days to strip religious holidays.
Those fucking liberals, man. The depths to which they will sink. It's not funny.
Welcome back to Outnumbered. Well, Boston is breaking records with a whopping 108.6 inches of snow this winter. That's a lot of snow. Lots of school cancellations, forcing at least one district in the suburb of Easton to push back the last day of classes to late June.
Climate change
and now the school committee is coming up with a contingency plan for next year. In a unanimous vote, it decided to take 3 religious holidays off the school calendar, including the Jewish holidays of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and the Christian holiday of Good Friday. Parents and kids, they're pretty upset.
Okay.
So
Easter, Good Friday and Easter fall very close to one another. I don't really think it matters if they get rid of Good Friday.
I see, Ben. So you're in favor of discriminating against religious people, huh?
They were only dropped because there were so many snow days. It wasn't because we no longer want these religious holidays.
I'm sure Fox News will give us a fair and balanced perspective.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Even keeping the holidays for the Jewish and as well as the Catholics, everything that we've built this great nation on.
My children wouldn't be going to school on, I'm Jewish, and so we celebrate the high holidays.
I'd probably be pretty mad and sad.
Rachel, this is crazy
mad
to
and
me,
sad.
but I always tell parents
I think you need to be a little more blonde, woman.
Yeah, something wrong with her hair.
It makes me pretty mad and pretty sad. It's pretty bad. I am not glad.
She doesn't fit in with any of the blonde Fox News women. I think finally on Fox News they're diversifying.
Yeah.
With their
Too many
female
people.
characters.
Too many people caught on that all of their reporters were clones. So now they're trying to, cover that up a little bit
things
better.
up a bit.
if you don't like something, speak up because parents.
Actually, there's no blondes.
Yeah, that's amazing. But
It's a miracle.
But still, women cannot wear pants on Fox News.
No.
Parents have the capacity to really shape school policy. Do you think something like this will stick, or parent feedback is going to say, hold on a second, this is not going to fly with us?
Well, it depends. I mean, I think parent feedback is always really good. I have been to schools where they actually
Parent
did have
feedback
kids
is
go to
always
school
really
on
good.
Holy Thursday and Good
Always.
Friday. Oh, my kids go to Catholic school, but there was one goes to public school. I take them out those days anyway. And so maybe if enough parents keep their kids home on those days, because to make a statement, they'll just go, you know what, this is not
What
working.
statement are they
But I totally- I
making?
mean, these are really
What statement are they making? The
So-
only reason they removed the holidays that you guys so dearly cherish is because there were so many snow days, so the kids have to have go to a requisite number of days in order to go on to the next grade.
I
mean, why don't they? If they're really that concerned, why don't they just say, well, my kids will go 3 extra days? Oh wait, because that'll fuck everything else up, and the schedule will be messed up. So they have to take away some of these other days.
I mean, I have a question just about obvious. So the school took 3 religious holidays off the calendar. What religions are they exactly compelled to add to their calendar, and why are other religions excluded?
Yeah, where do they observe Ramadan at these schools?
What about Kwanzaa?
Yeah.
Is Kwanzaa observed? Come on, guys. How can you deny the fucking rich and storied tradition of Kwanzaa?
Of Kwanzaa.
Religious holidays. I agree with that parent that just said that. Yeah. You know, I think they're using the snow day as an excuse, and they're kind of testing it out. And in the end, I think they're gonna.
Scotty, you're just full of excuses.
That doesn't even make any sense.
They're using the snow day as an excuse.
We're using.
No. They just want to get rid of religious holidays. They get the snow gives them a chance for these fucking liberals to destroy America
a
just a little further.
A natural weather phenomenon,
destroying our
and
values.
then saying they've used snow days, which obviously no one as a school administrator has any idea when it's going to snow, except when they have the same amount of notice as any other person. But they're using those days, which they don't know how many are going to occur, to take away from religious holidays.
Just want to take it all away.
That makes absolutely no sense.
It does make sense, Scotty. You're just stupid.
I must be a fucking moron.
You're just fucking stupid.
The more they talk
Scotty.
about it, the less I understand what the fuck they're saying.
It's all a conspiracy. If they can start removing. I mean, listen, we don't even have Christmas concerts in public schools. They're called winter holiday concerts.
Oh my God, you're right.
This is the trend we're on, and parents
the
have
dark
to
and horrible
make the
trend
difference.
that's happening.
Why not just Representative Duffy
Send your kid to
start
Christian school then. If you're really that concerned about Jesus and your kid's education, send them to a fucking stupid religious school.
a little earlier in the summer. Give 3 additional days, in that summer vacation, and take that out and avoid angering this religious group or that religious group, and let everyone have the religious holiday.
Because Jedediah, that makes too much sense.
Are you going to give a holiday to every religion?
Everyone. I want Jainism represented.
Well, no, it's probably because they want the school to end on the same schedule, because obviously
want Hinduism.
There's probably a lot of different planning that goes into the end of the year. It's not just like, it's no big deal to push it back.
I think we should find some reason why every single day is a religious holiday in some religions, so we can all just take
And what holidays are we supposed to observe? I mean, there's
all of them.
It's the best idea ever.
Well, there's a bunch of different Catholic holidays that aren't observed, which they observe all
Let's
those
observe
too.
all of them. Let's observe everything that can even be vaguely construed as a holiday by any
the
religion.
Feast days, the days of the various patron saints.
Yeah, and All Saints Day and shit like that.
All Saints Day is the patron day for all of the saints.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why is that not observed?
Every
they don't
all of these
respect
need to be
Catholicism.
In some cultures, they observe the feast of Saint Nicholas and various ones like that. But
I think every day should just be a giant feast day, and no one should ever work or go to school.
That is every day for you, though, isn't it?
No.
A giant
Unfortunately, it's not.
Don't let any good crisis go to waste. And if you want to take religion out of the public square, look at Boston, look at all the snow, and say, what a great reason now we can take these religious holidays out of our school system. It's using the crisis to the liberal benefit.
How do you feel about this, Harris?
Give me a fucking break.
I want to believe. Yeah.
Dude, religion is always under attack. It's like, we can't shove our values down other people's throats. We're under attack.
It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
So I was going through the various messages that we get for video selections through our Facebook, which, by the way, you can use to send us any video suggestions or questions that you have. Stupid ads, troll or not a troll. Just make sure you label them when you send us the message so we know what the fuck it is. gTime Johnny is actually sending me videos directly on Facebook.
It's a conspiracy.
TJ, I'm going to mute you.
He's a Catholic time terrorist.
It's a conspiracy.
And Ben, gTime Johnny loves every cell in your body.
I know he does.
All of them.
All of them.
He owns them with his eyes, Ben.
With his eyes.
His eyes own you.
Children, we're feeling the shifting. Those shifts we felt as children changed our life, man. All you have to do is be honest to every cell, man, and you'll be one with Earth again, man. Those shifts we felt as children took us away from our being. We are not who we are meant to be. We are products of the past, man. You gotta love yourself, man. You gotta be honest, man. You gotta be a hero, man. We got children, man. We don't need them to shift like us, man. I love you, man. Goodbye, my friends.
Yeah.
gTime Johnny.
All right, then.
gTime Johnny, everybody.
Yes. He's not a Catholic time terrorist.
No.
No, not at all.
He's not.
Well,
he doesn't let
maybe.
the past oppress him and shit. He's like, he is what he is, and he just loves you with every cell of his body, and you're owned by his eyes. And I think that if we all just join together and in worship of gTime Johnny, all the solutions to life's problems will become evident. I wish his chalkboard or whatever he had was in this one.
Yeah.
I like when he draws
Well,
charts.
he obviously watches the show, so do you have any requests for gTime Johnny?
I think that he should explain what a Catholic time terrorist is.
Yes.
Yeah, what is that? That's a good question.
So gTime Johnny, if you haven't already made a video, make one and send us the link, or just link us.
Explain. I want a chart that explains what a Catholic time terrorist is. Because we're confused,
and then we can help educate our audience as to what that is.
Right, and we don't want to be Catholic time terrorists.
It does sound like a serious issue.
Yeah, because we don't want to.
I understand what a problem they are, but I just don't understand, the exact definition and what qualifies.
Could you imagine if you were one and you just didn't know it?
Yeah, I want to avoid that fate by knowing. Knowledge is power, and gTime Johnny obviously has the knowledge. He seems like he knows what he's talking about.
I've got the power.
Looks like Ashley Judd is suing trolls who were trolling her because she posted something about a sports team she liked, and people flipped out on her.
And they killed her.
No, they didn't.
And they pulled her still beating heart from her body and ate of it.
Ashley Judd is firing back at
Ashley
people.
Judd.
She says, cross the line on Twitter. The
Cross
tweet started
the line.
after she, who's a hardcore Kentucky Wildcats fan, posted that she thought that Arkansas was, quote, playing dirty.
Everyone needs to take personal responsibility for what they write and not allowing this misinterpretation and shaming
Dude, it's
culture
like
on social
you
media
almost
to
like
persist.
dude. It's almost like you need like an episode of like ER. We may have found the case of the most butthurt person in the world. It's like that's how I feel about this. Like,
so dramatic, Scotty. Listen to the music. It's like a clock ticking down to the apocalypse.
it's like people need to take responsibility for what they say on the internet. It's like, have you ever been on the internet? It was like it's like your first time on. Like, I'm gonna post this thing. Then it's like, whoa.
So because
response is really
basically
negative.
the government needs to be involved in some guy on the internet being like, "Fuck you,
Fuck
Ashley
you, Arkansas for
Judd.
life, bitch. Your movie sucks.
Arkansas is gone.
rules. Woo.
Ashley Judd's a cunt. Hope she gets raped by Arkansas. Woo!" It's like, those guys are assholes, but I don't think that we need to that needs to be the priority, is taking action against people who say mean stuff on the internet.
Okay.
Ashley Judd, Ashley Judd, she is coming for your blood.
She was on Star Trek once.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 episodes.
What episode?
There was the episode where there was the game that people got addicted to.
Oh, yeah.
And Wesley and his friend figured it out. She was Wesley's friend in that episode.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It was like a game that gave them an orgasm when they won, basically.
So, and her and Will Wheaton were the only ones that were not affected by it,
Right.
Or because they refused to play or some
Right.
shit.
And it made everyone want to force everyone else to play it too.
Yeah, it was like a mind control thing.
Yeah.
But I wonder if some of that Will Wheaton douchebaggery rubbed off on her.
Yeah, so how do you feel about this? She's legally going after people who wrote shit on Twitter.
Yeah, well, if she wants to.
I wonder if she has a case.
Most people don't have the power to do that.
Or the money or the time.
Right. Most people who get harassed on the internet, including myself, including you, including Scotty, including pretty much anyone who has any sort of internet following of any kind. Like, most of us don't have the time and the resources, and we just plain don't give a shit enough to do this kind of stuff. But, you know, if she wants to, I mean, it's up to the courts to decide whether or not she has a case, not me.
The amount of gender violence that I experience is absolutely extraordinary, and a significant part of my day today will be spent filing police reports at home about gender violence that's directed at me on social media.
It's not gender violence. I mean, maybe some of the comments may sound gender motivated, but it's about the sports team that you like.
I also guarantee that if you were a man, you'd have as many threats of violence as you would if you said the same shit. Like, if you had the same amount of social media followers and you said the same thing, like, this team's playing dirty, you would get the same amount of men being like, someone should knock your fucking teeth out, buddy.
You know, it really boils down to people get insanely passionate over sports, and like it's not like they just take it as like, oh, it's no big deal, you said my team sucks. Like, there's people literally who are just like, I want to kill this person for insulting my team.
Yeah.
And like, chances are, if we look at the comments in this video afterwards, there's gonna be someone who's like, you know, drunken peasants, you fucking suck, and you guys are garbage, and I fucking hate you guys. And
I guarantee you a bunch of people are going to make that comment now just because you said it.
Well, I mean, like, but even if I hadn't said that,
I know.
it'd still be there.
Oh, there's plenty of times where, like, you guys are the most unfunny piles of shit, and you should go kill yourselves. Like, I've seen that plenty of times. Like, yeah, whatever, it's the internet. I mean, like, who gives a shit, honestly? Because, like, if someone were like, and you see like how people that don't deal with this on a daily basis, like, that's how they react to it. It's like, oh my god, people are saying this to me. It's like, on the internet, it's like, if you've been on the internet for a while, you're just like, especially doing content creation, it's like, you're a horrible piece of shit, I hope you die, and you get cancer and emphysema and AIDS. Like, oh, that's fine, whatever.
Ashley Judd is a footy dude.
That's how you feel about it after doing it for so long. You're just like, whatever.
Oh yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, Ashley fucking Judd.
All right,
bitch.
so moving on. Here's another video from that one guy who's just a terrible piece of shit.
We have several of those at this point.
This guy is my new favorite piece of shit.
I think I know what you're talking about.
So
my favorite douchebag.
Yeah.
This guy.
Hello, Theodore Schubert here, giving you guys another message that you will not hear at church. I guarantee that.
Unless you go to Westboro Baptist.
Yeah.
Crazy and sick, twisted, manipulative arguments that have been done and said by the people who support homosexuality, by those who are homosexual themselves. And
So this is like his whole life is basically just like talking about homosexuals and transgender people.
He spends more time thinking about gay sex than gay people think about gay sex.
all these evil, wicked people.
Oh, let me tell you about these wicked fucking people out there doing this wicked fucking shit.
Evil.
They're so evil.
Don't they know marriage is between man and woman?
They're evil, and that's why I find it so irresistible.
Read your Bible. Do what it say. Come on, listen to Theodore here. I'm Theodore.
For years. And that is the argument of being homosexual is totally not a choice. If it was a choice, when did you choose to be straight? Like, they really put me in a corner there. Oh my goodness, you really got me. You really forced me into a corner there. You're so clever. And I've been hearing this argument
All right, so
for
let's
years.
hear your rebuttal then.
The first time I heard this argument,
Okay.
I was a junior
Shut
in
up.
high school.
No one cares.
It was the summer of
And I was
'84.
sitting in a classroom,
You know,
and
it's
I
like
heard some
we don't need the
girl
backstory.
express disagreement for homosexuality. She said that I don't agree with it. It's disgusting. And me being
Who cares?
the quiet nerd that I was, well, I wasn't that quiet, but I was a nerd, still am.
Yeah, so you haven't changed. You're not quiet, and you're a fucking. I don't know.
I would say nerds are. I say he's too stupid to be qualify as a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he would qualify as besides like a piece of shit.
I think he meant to say turd. Not
An extremely ignorant individual. He definitely qualifies as that as well.
Turd.
I
read
watched
the Bible,
the
though.
argument, and some
I watched
atheist,
it. Some atheist
scumbag said to her,
"Scumbag."
Oh yeah, I remember this.
"It's
That was
normal,"
me.
and the girl was saying, "No, it's not normal." And then the guy, atheist, lunatic said,
pulled out a gun and blew her away.
The atheist lunatic said,
An
really, it
atheist
is.
lunatic.
They're born that way. And she said, no, they're not born that way. And he said, oh, really? When did you choose to be straight? Like, when did you wake up in the morning and decide to like boys? Or if you're a guy, when did you decide to like girls? And I never in my life heard this argument. I said, that's a weird argument.
Well, what's your
And
refutation?
ever since I've heard it, I've always thought to myself, that's a stupid argument.
Okay.
That is a crazy, dumb argument. That
Explain
ought to be
why.
one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Okay.
Okay,
But
explain
it's also
why.
very manipulative.
You've used a million ad
Because
hominems.
those who don't
actually,
really think,
including you,
hear that argument and they think, oh, that's a good point.
Okay.
I never really chose to be straight.
Well, refute it.
So that means that other person must not have chosen to be homosexual.
Right, refute the
And I'm
argument.
hearing these arguments and I think to myself, do these people have a brain? Do these people ever think it is a choice? Just because
what is your
someone
evidence?
does something doesn't mean they're born to be inclined to commit that very action.
Okay.
And I just want to show
Explain.
you guys some examples of people teaching this stupidity. Then I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to show you guys how you can respond to this crazy and very deceitful argument.
Okay.
The first clip,
which is your argument,
is one that took place, I believe, in CNN, and you have some deviant anchor man and three deviants against one who's something of a moderate conservative, and you have a deviant.
deviants.
Deviants and
weirdos.
weirdos, sodomites, disgusting, evil people that say disgusting.
Does this guy go out like a bubble or something? Like, so what if he's at a store? Like maybe a deviant had touched his card. Even worse, what if some homosexuals had used his card before he touched it? He must need to wipe it down really good and make sure that there's a rubbing alcohol on hand to sanitize it. And even after that, you might have to blow the card up and reassemble it, and then maybe it might be okay for him to use it in case we don't know who touched that card. That's all I'm saying.
Sinful deviants everywhere, man.
You never know, man. You never know. Ben could be a sinful deviant. I hope not, though.
Like Don Lehman or something. And the sodomite anchorman is asking the moderate conservative, when did you choose to be homosexual? The clip begins with Ben Carson saying it is a choice. Now, Ben Carson said it's not a choice. That opened up a can of worms. He sold out by apologizing. He really acquiesced and capitulated to the homosexual mafia. And so, I don't know, he's done with
gay mafia.
He got me with the
How is it
Seventh-day Adventist
operated?
thing. I said no.
What is the crime structure there? The homosexual mafia. What happens if you're a Christian and you say homosexuality is a choice? They come to your house and make you an offer you can't refuse. They're like, we're gonna all fuck you in the ass and turn you to a faggot, or you have to admit homosexuality is natural. Oh God, please.
And
Jesus,
you have to
save
give
me.
us money to subsidize our gay lifestyle.
They send Bruno over to break your thumbs.
Yeah.
I would never support this guy. He's a Seventh-day Adventist heretic. When he said, listen, it is a choice, I supported him on that because it is truth. And truth is truth no matter who says it. But, he lost me. He lost me in my book because he apologized and he capitulated to the mafia. Anyway, there's a CNN interview, and Don Lehman is sitting there, and he is talking to two deviants, one moderate conservative. He asked the moderate,
I believe his name is Don Lemon, by the way, not Lehman.
Lehman.
I am Don Lehman.
Homosexual, or did he choose to be a straight, as they like to call it? And then the dyke, there's a lesbian dyke in the panel.
What a piece
and
of shit.
She is like, oh, do it, choose it, do it. And the name of the moderate, his name is Ben Ferguson, by the way. So play the clip.
Okay.
Do they have control over their sexuality? Absolutely. You think being gay is a choice? Absolutely. Why do you say that? Because a lot of people who go into prison.
I think we covered this clip before.
Oh, fuck you, Scotty.
Well, tonight, Carson is apologizing.
That was a good one.
His words did not fully reflect his stance on gay issues. In a statement, here's what he writes. He says, I do not pretend to know how every individual came to their sexual orientation. I regret that my words to express that concept.
How does this prove your point?
He's not addressed. How far into the video are we now?
offended. Ferguson, can you choose?
I think we're like 4 minutes into this or something, and he literally has not made.
Do it. Choose it. You can't choose. These moderate conservatives do not use good enough arguments. They say, you can choose to be gay. I have no problem. Does anybody with a freaking brain sit there and say, look, you stupid sodomite, just because you do it doesn't mean you're born that way. Oh, so if you can't choose to be something, that means that you're born that way. And they say, choose to be homosexual. If you're not born, if you're not born that way, if it's unnatural, then choose it, Ted. Choose it. Do it. Choose it. Choose to be homosexual. I'm like, listen, moron. I will never choose to be homosexual because I'm normal. It's not because I'm heterosexual.
Because you're normal.
Because I'm normal. You're okay.
That's
first
an
of all,
argument.
hold on.
I don't have cancer. I'm normal, man.
First of all, number one, you're not normal. You're the weirdo. No one fucking thinks like you anymore, except for like small pockets of like horrible, debilitating ignorance, right? And second of all, you just basically contradicted your own argument. You said, I would never choose to be homosexual because I'm normal. So you're saying that you couldn't choose to be homosexual, right? That's basically what you're saying. You couldn't choose that because you want to be quote unquote normal. So therefore it's not a choice. You don't choose who you're attracted to. You just are attracted to the people you're attracted to.
He's just normal, so that means like anything he doesn't want, it just doesn't happen for him. He's just so fucking normal.
I mean, because basically, if you say the homosexual has a choice, then he would have to admit that there must be something tantalizing about that choice for somebody. He must
be sinners and sodomites.
He must be admitting. I mean, even if we say
it's
like
the devil.
You can't. Even if we say you could choose to be gay. So you're saying, if you're saying you choose to be gay, then you're saying that you could hypothetically choose to be gay. Even if you don't want to, even if you never would, because you're normal, you're saying that you could.
He's normal.
You're saying that you could do that, right? So you must be attracted to other men, right? Right? You know, because otherwise, how could you make that choice? You can't just choose to be attracted to other men if you're not.
He chose to be normal, or was he born normal?
I don't know.
He chose to be normal.
He chose to be normal.
That's what I'm saying, because
it's all a choice.
He's saying it's all a choice. So then he must believe that he made a choice. You know, I'm going to be a straight.
He sat there and thought about
guy. Yeah, he thought about it.
Yep.
Straight as they try to categorize people as, but because I'm normal, it's the same reason why I don't go out and kill somebody. So if somebody,
that's because of the Bible. According to you, that's one of your 10 commandments you can't violate. So. It's not because you're normal. It's because you're following the book you supposedly believe in.
No, she's normal, man. So normal.
if somebody murders somebody, if somebody is a homicidal lunatic, he must be born that way because there's.
What if they're killing people because they read something in the Bible that says you should stone people to death?
What if they're going around stoning homosexuals to death because of Leviticus?
Well, that's okay.
Is that all right?
Well, God said that's just.
Many people out there who are not inclined to murder people. So if someone's a murderer and you're not a murderer and you can't choose to murder because you don't want to murder, it doesn't mean you're not. It doesn't mean you're born not a murderer. It doesn't mean you're born without the.
Hold on.
It doesn't mean
this argument is all over the place.
Yeah, this argument is nonsensical and all over the place and fallacious.
I mean, it's just like there's no logical consistency to this at all.
You know, murderers, you could get to choose, you know? It's like, murder is a lot different than human sexuality, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think
people get to live, for one thing.
Until they go to hell later on.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, little boy, you go
Well, they won't die. They'll just live forever.
Live forever in hell.
Yep.
You know?
Example that you're born as not a murderous person. It simply means you have the moral compass, the moral fortitude to say that's wrong and I will never choose to murder somebody. If somebody comes
That's
up
not
and
even what
says,
the Bible teaches, you fucking moron. The Bible teaches that there is no righteous man And the entire reason there's a commandment against murder is because God says, yeah, you guys are inherently predisposed to do this kind of thing.
TJ, don't confuse him with the Bible. Come on.
You're not you're fucking
His interpretation of the Bible is
You're
the
not
only correct
showing
one.
any of the humbleness that your religion actually demands of you right now.
He's a normal Christian, TJ.
He looks so bad right now.
He looks bad in every frame. I say we move on.
Okay.
Yeah, he's garbage.
Because I think we've addressed
his points.
I'm not even gonna. I won't even say points facetiously. It's just
his rambling diatribe, basically.
What we're gonna do is play Sci-10 Atheist's new video.
All right.
And we'll just put it up full screen. Yep. So here we go.
Here we go.
Dear Mr. Atheist, how do you do? I have a little challenge just for you. $100,000 is the prize, but you won't see a fucking penny of it materialize if you can show me proof and evidence that God is nothing more than a pretense. I'll tell you clearly and sincerely, I need more than just a theory, and I won't make any fucking sense. You say that you condemn the Holocaust, but you believe in the survival of the fittest. Oops, I think I just remembered Hitler lost weight tilted 23.5 degrees. A tiny fraction more and we would freeze. The universe and all its laws are absolutely perfect for success of every pestilent disease. If I had a pile of metal scrap and a tornado came and blew it for a while, tell me, would it leave a perfect Lamborghini? That's what evolution does believe. And if I had a buck for everyone who's ever told me I'm a stupid, ugly fuck, I could pay you all $100,000 fucking dollars for a stack a mile tall. I look into the mirror and I find my neck and beard are seamlessly combined. The only explanation of this situation is to say I must be fucking stupidly designed.
Who was that supposed to be, I wonder?
When he first showed the drawings of Josh Fairstein, he called him Josh Fuckstain.
That makes sense.
My favorite video that he made so far, though, is the one where you shove Jacqueline up your ass.
My favorite is the Brett Keane one.
That is a good one, too.
I think it's naturally the funniest. Because, like, while this one was clever, I didn't actually, like, laugh at any point.
I heard you laugh.
I might have chuckled at, I don't even remember which part now, but I didn't have a gut laugh, though, like I did during the Brett Keane one.
Yeah.
I feel like I was in... here in my
Scotty,
dingy
your mic's
room. Yeah.
Fucking TJ.
Scotty, you're fucking stupid as shit, dude.
Dude, it's your fault.
He needs to the fucking Sci-10 Atheist needs to draw a video of you, Scotty.
I thought TJ and Scotty were gonna murder each other yesterday because, like,
why? What did we do?
Oh, it was when we were like, buying like accommodations for our trip, and like Scotty's like, "Fuck you, TJ, you're belittling me," and do you remember that?
Kind of.
No, I remember that. Like,
oh, here we go.
Well, it's because this is exactly what happened. I told you a price, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's not the right one because of like whatever factor it was." And you're like, "You're trying to fucking lead me on, deceive me and shit." And like you like laid into me like I was some asshole who was trying to like make you pay more, and I was like, "Okay, it was just a mistake." And you're like, "No."
I don't know about that. I don't think that's how it went.
I'm not going to give my opinion. I just like...
It's probably for the best. There's so many times that like, if you hang around me and TJ long enough, we'll get into like these massive fucking fights, and everyone like people just disappear. They're like, I don't want to be involved in this, and I don't blame them.
I just kind of started steering it in the right direction. I'm like, so, what are our other options?
What else is going on in the universe besides this conversation?
Yeah.
Hey TJ,
fuck you, bitch.
You bitch. Yeah, you already knew.
No, I was just saying that to you before you said it to me.
If you haven't already hit the like button, please hit the like button.
You fucking pieces of shit.
Oh, TJ's getting pissed about that again.
I'm pissed.
Yeah, because we have 3,200 people watching.
How many of them liked it?
1,800.
Oh, you lazy fucks. You lazy, stupid fucks, man. This is disgraceful. Dis-fucking-scraceful, man. Can't believe you fucking people.
Game over, man.
Game over, man. Game over. So
right.
what's next on the agenda, Bender?
The Texas Senate gives open carry of handguns early approval.
Sweet. We need more guns in Texas.
Just a few hours ago, the Texas State Senate gave their initial okay to a bill that would allow gun owners to wear handguns out in the open.
Sweet.
It was a strict party line vote. All 20 Republicans for, all 11 Democrats against it. But as KXAN political reporter Phil Prazin shows us, if the bill becomes law as it is now, there's one place where you will not be able to openly carry a gun.
Oh, that's bullshit.
A rule change at the beginning of the session shows results.
Where?
Open carry passes after a 4-hour debate without a single Democrat vote. Many.
Yeah.
Fuck those Democrats, man, trying to suppress America. But I want to know what place you can't carry the gun, because that's fucking bullshit.
I bet you'll be the Capitol.
You should be able to carry a gun anywhere you want, anytime, any place.
Yeah, the lawmakers should all have guns on their belts, and what if some crazy guy tries to burst in there? Then they can shoot him.
Be the hero.
Texas justice, man.
Tried to add stricter background checks and to close the gun show loophole. They did not make it into the final bill.
I have great confidence
Shocking.
in our license holders that they will do the right thing and that they will exercise their freedoms in a very responsible way.
Most nearly all is not the freedom to smoke weed, because that needs to be kept illegal.
Yep.
We're not responsible enough to handle a plant, but we're responsible enough to handle weapons that can kill each other.
Yes. An instrument of death.
Law enforcement has testified against this bill.
Democrats also tried to exempt the Capitol. The idea of guns out in public at the Capitol got Democratic Senator Whitmire fired up.
This is their state capitol. We welcome people, children, busloads. But by chance, the parents are not going to know they're going in an environment where people can walk around with open guns. Concealed weapons, that's a different story. Nobody knows whose gun to grab. Open carry, Senator, you're making a huge mistake.
Wow, it must be hard to be a Democrat in Texas.
I would say so.
Because they even have to sit there like, concealed carry's okay. It's like, no. I mean, like, really, no one needs to be walking around with a gun. I mean...
You're un-American, TJ.
Yeah.
Un-American.
You just want to believe the government, TJ.
I mean, I'm totally, I'm kind of like strange on this issue because I really don't see the necessity for anyone to carry a gun, but I'm really not.
We've got to defend ourselves from tyranny.
Anyway. I mean, like, I don't buy any of the pro-gun arguments really, but I'm really not too much against people doing it or having their own standards. Because I've known plenty of people who have guns, and even if there's a law against it, plenty of Americans will just break the law and just carry guns around anyway. I don't see any reason for criminalizing another activity pointlessly.
The only amendment making
Do not
it
command
into
what
the
you cannot
bill
enforce.
was a Republican stipulation that you can't carry openly on college campuses. Other than that, openly carrying a handgun
So college
was
campuses
approved by
are still
Texas's upper
fascist.
chamber. Phil Prazin, KXAN News.
You've just
After
made
the
college
Civil War,
campuses
Texas-
the most unsafe place of your community.
Yeah.
I hope you
Now
know
all
that.
the crazies are going to go to the
why-
college
why is
campus.
Almost as bad as Chuck E. Cheese.
Dude, why are the Republicans carrying guns in the Capitol? I mean, you never know what could happen.
They probably are.
They should be open carry. They should have like an M16 while they're passing this law. They should have it strapped over his shoulder.
It should be like President Camacho from fucking
fucking bazooka.
Idiocracy. Just fucking fires a gun in the air before he starts the State of the Union address.
I would like to see that in America. We'd be moving in the right direction then.
I want to see Obama come out with a fucking, M16 or something and just fire it in the air. Scream.
All right, so I think we got about time for one more. We didn't do any Q&A because we didn't have enough questions, honestly. So if you have any questions, feel free to record a YouTube video and send us a link to the video to our Facebook page as a private message. And if your video doesn't ask one of the, a ridiculous question, then we will answer it.
Sweet.
But if it's like, what's your favorite color? No thanks.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. No
My
thanks.
favorite color is fuck you.
Yeah. Let's see.
Play us out, Ben.
I made a comment about Obama's free community college plan.
Free. She's not going to read it to us?
Some people
Oh, okay.
were not happy about it. Nope, not at all. First, let's talk about the word free, because there seems to be some confusion. It would be awesome if politicians could just suspend the laws of economics and make college free for everyone. You get a free college education, you get a free college education, you get a free college education.
It would not be free, it'd be funded by taxpayers. That's obvious. Like, you know, I mean, she's making the argument, well, look, if the number of people with college degrees goes up, then obviously their bargaining power will go down because there'll be a glut of people. That's already happening in America and most civilized and developed countries. I mean, it's happened for a while now. I mean, it started happening here in the 1950s after people came back with the GI Bill in World War II.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the better thing on education is to say, like, how can we drive down the cost of education, because we're pushing it so much. But it's just when you track it next to inflation, I mean, it's just it blows inflation away. The cost of people going to school is why Obama has proposed this, because community college is a lot cheaper, and people can go do a couple years of community college and then finish at a regular university and still have a bachelor's degree.
You want to improve the country? Not on my fucking dime, bitch.
But it doesn't work that way, because unfortunately we live in an imperfect world. We live in a world with scarcity. There's seemingly unlimited human wants, but we live in a world with limited resources. As much as that stinks...
Did a Republican just admit that resources are limited?
I think she may be a libertarian.
Well, whatever. It's still the same shit.
Right wing.
And like, so wait, I'm sure, but you're the same kind of person that fucking favors any corporation to just not be regulated and just do whatever it wants, including exploit the finite resources of the planet. But all of a sudden, college education is like this fucking finite, scarce resource that we have to protect with all our might.
Yes.
I mean, didn't Obama's plan, I mean, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Obama's plan have, like, stipulations and shit? Like, you actually have to, like, have good grades and stuff like that?
I don't know the specifics.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it did. I'm pretty sure it wasn't just, like,
No, I'm sure it wasn't just, like,
you show up with a fucking, pulse and a pencil and you can get right the fuck in.
No.
And the government just pays your way. I don't think it worked. I don't think the plan worked like that.
That's just the way it is. It's not something that we can just wish away. It's economics. No matter how many people say that college should be totally free, it's not going to happen, mainly because it's impossible. Some people say education shouldn't have a price tag.
You're an idiot. You're a moron. When they mean free to the students.
Right.
No one is saying it will have no cost.
And it's only 2 years of free college. So it'll at least get people started.
In this country, we're going to now, that's the moral stance this person wants to take, fuck the military spending, fuck all this wasteful spending we have, let's go after education. It's like, look, no one is saying, hey, just throw more money at education, that'll solve the problem. Obviously, there's more to the issue than that. But I really don't think that if we fucking funded education where anyone that had a certain criteria would get free college would really be a detriment to America. I don't see how more education is really going to harm this country, because there's an astounding amount of ignorance here.
There was a Dilbert comic that really kind of outlined what happens when education is too rampant. Basically, it said, knowledge is power, right?
Yeah.
And power corrupts.
Oh shit.
So you see, the trajectory is pretty simple there, Everyone becomes educated, they become corrupted, they become evil, then America's evil, then America declines, and then everything is destroyed, And that's why, I mean, like, but look, I mean, like, conservative libertarian type people have always had, like, this really, like, hateful relationship towards college. I mean, look at Lee Doran, How the World Works on YouTube.
Moron.
He actually wrote a book about how, like, college is bullshit, and it's been taken over by the liberal progressive elite that want to just brainwash you and teach you all this falsehood, basically brainwash you into being like a socialist drone. So be afraid of education in America, of course, because it's all controlled by the liberal progressive elite. Only we can only trust, like, the good, old-fashioned, hard-won values, or we can read Ayn Rand like it's the Bible, but that's about it.
But Ayn Rand only on economic issues.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with like abortion or her belief or lack of belief in God.
Or her belief that, Native Americans were pieces of shit because they were, they weren't exploiting the land properly, so they had no genuine ownership.
Also, they were godless savages.
Yeah.
Also.
Well, she was godless.
Yeah.
So...
By education, they mean college schooling. Okay, then neither should food, clothing, housing. I mean, how far do you want to go with that? There's a cost to goods and services. For instance, college professors...
I would go that far, though. I mean, like, I would say that if someone can't provide those things for themselves, then yeah, it probably is a good idea to provide it for them. Because what's the alternative? We're just going to have, like, people dying off because they can't feed, clothe, and shelter themselves?
I mean, it's a thing we always hear from these people. It's like, this just creates a system of a bunch of lazy people who just don't want to do anything, just want a handout. And you know what? Sure, there's people like that. There's people who are, Uncle Sucker will give me this bare amount of, this bare minimum standard of living, so I'm going to exploit that. That's not most people, though. It's like you assume everyone that's on food stamps is like, I just want to be on food stamps. I just really don't want to have a job, but I just want to, try to stretch this tiny amount of money the entire month to feed my family. That's really what I want, the situation I want to be in. Give me a fucking break.
They get a paycheck because they provide a service. The vast majority of professors are not going to work for no pay. I mean, would you? Would you continue to do your job for no pay?
Your argument
because
is
somebody
ridiculous.
determined.
Stop. That's not even what was proposed.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous caricature of what is being said.
It's not even what's being proposed. They're saying they're going to pay for the government would subsidize their education through tax dollars. No one is saying anything about like teachers have to work for free and college will just be free and no one will have to foot the bill anywhere down the line. It's just like free for all. Anyone can just go in like, I'm here for class. I'm just time to fucking get my learn on. Basically, no.
I mean, it's because she's literally interpreting these things as if it's like college is free. Oh, they think it's free.
She's
they're
trying to make a
morons.
point, basically saying that it's not free.
Obama, but she's acting like Obama is going to just declare college free by fiat and not have any sort of like payment system in place or some shit.
All right, so I think we're done.
We're done.
Good night, everybody. We'll be back on Friday.
Good night and good fucking luck.
Fuck you, TJ.
Freedom